Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Mining for All. I have millions of gold miners. Chapter 1. After the underground world enters the dark night, you must stay in a bright state at any time. Otherwise, there will be monsters attacking. The battery of the miner's lamp is enough for 2 weeks, and you can stay for 3 days. Quote. During these 3 days of testing, you must dig as much gold and gems as possible. Even dig to the heart of the mountain. Quote. Only by obtaining the heart of the mountains can you be promoted to the official mine owner and own a mine of your own. On the playground of Guangcheng No. 1 Middle School, the radio was playing tirelessly. 3,000 students, wearing searchlight helmets, carrying bags and holding pickaxes, listened nervously. This lineup, who didn't know, thought they were going to be sent to work in the mines. Yi Bai was also among them. He clenched the pickaxe and said to himself, "Change destiny. Just today. After 3 years of travel, he has clearly understood the rules of this world. In this world, the population exceeds 20 billion, and resources are extremely scarce. Fortunately, the great discovery of the underground world 100 years ago saved mankind. After paying many casualties, the pioneers bring out a huge amount of gold and gems, even spiritual seeds, magic crystals, spiritual stones, cultivation secrets, etc. that contain extraordinary power. A worldwide sensation. Countries have formed their own excavation teams and scrambled to enter the underground world. Today, the hottest group is no longer a technology giant, but a variety of mining companies. With the influx of a large number of people, the rules of the underground world were found out. Everyone gets one free entry when they turn 18 and only stays for 3 days. During these 3 days, if you dig to the heart of the mountain, then you can become a superhero. Otherwise, you can only become a miner, go to the mines of other mine owners to dig land, and work hard for others. All my life I became a working worker, and in my later years, I was plagued by injuries. Penguin Group purchased gold, gems, mysterious boxes and other treasures at high prices. If some students are willing to sign a miner contract in advance, the wages can be doubled now. Quote. Lanxiang Group sincerely recruits miners. Which one is stronger in mining technology? Yanguo Shandong is looking for Lan Shang. Quote. In addition to the teachers, there are also recruiters from the group shouting for new recruits. There are also many prominent figures in Guangcheng who are also talking about it. They are all waiting for what treasures these students can bring back. At that time, it will be possible to acquire it for the first time, and even win it into its own company. This classmate, I am amazed by your bones and strong arms. It looks like mining material. How, are you interested in signing a sales contract with our chief spear now? Free food and drink, favorable treatment. Quote. A middle-aged man in a suit looked at Yi Bai and asked with a smile. Yi Bai frowned. Chief Spear was a notorious consortium. From time to time, news broke that their miners died of overwork. No, I still decided to fight it myself. Yi Bai decisively refused. The middle-aged man immediately raised his face. I really thought I was lucky, and now I'm looking down on you by signing a contract. Do you think that in the beginning, there was gold everywhere? Quote. When you come back, it's not at the current price. The most indispensable thing in the 21st century is the miners. Quote. Seeing Yi Bai's resolute attitude, the middle-aged man quickly went to other classmates to lobby. And over time, Principal Chen on the high platform picked up the microphone and said loudly. Attention 855 students, it's only 5 minutes away from crossing. Please check your carry-on items, keep 3 days of food and water, and most importantly, a pickaxe. Quote. The right hands of the 3,000 students lit up, and Yi Bai also noticed a triangular golden mark that appeared on the palm. This is the recognition of the underground world. Currently, he is still a trainee miner. There is only a 3-day novice test period. 5 minutes passed quickly, under the witness of the teachers. The playground was suddenly empty and the students disappeared. When Yi Bai opened his eyes again, what appeared in front of him was a golden, sky curtain. He was in an underground cavity of about 1,000 square meters, bigger than 2 basketball courts. Brown soil, and rolling rocks. Monotone colors make up the whole world. Congratulations on your successful entry into the underground world. There are still 8 hours until it gets dark. Task duration. apprentice miner Yi Bai. You only have a 3-day trial period, please during this time. Dig for as much gold as you can, even the heart of the mountain. The trial is over, the underground world will review everyone's harvest. Those who perform well can get a second chance to cross. A series of voices appeared in Yi Bai's ears, and he carefully looked around, looking for any clues about gold. Luck is not bad, there is not much room for it to come. There is both soil and rock mass. I have been training for a year for this day. Quote. Just when he was smug about starting work, a crisp voice appeared in my mind. Ding! The detection reaches the underground world, and the gold miner system awakens. Yi Bai is ecstatic. After 3 years of travel, I have tried various methods, but I haven't awakened the golden finger. Now it's finally here. Wait, gold miners, why is it a bit familiar? What functions do you have in the system? Quote. Yi Bai suddenly reacted and asked quickly. At the same time, a golden virtual panel appeared in front of him. This system has unlocked the functions of penetrating soil, infinite extension, ignoring soil, and gold store. Please check the host for the specific situation, consider the host to mine for the first time. Special gift set for beginners. Bronze hook of earth, strong pulley, strong rope. A golden light blooms, the light dissipates. A matching pulley hook appeared in front of Yi Bai. It is also appropriate to give a wooden rocker. Yi Bai. Before he was shocked, another voice came. Ding! Store owner Alexander generously gave you a special gift bag for beginners. Please go to the store interface to get it. Yi Bai quickly swiped his finger to view the panel. Name: Yi Bai. Identity: apprentice miner. Mine territory: none at the moment. Level: black iron subordinate. Promoting to bronze can be an official miner. Attributes: 12 points of strength, 10 points for normal adults, 15 points of spirit, 9 points of constitution, and 8 points of agility. Fortune: 0. Equipment: ordinary pickaxe X1, backpack X1, energy bar X50, pure water X100. Soil bronze hook X1, strong pulley X1, strong rope 10 meters. The grades in this world are black iron, bronze, silver, gold, etc. In addition to these, there are regional channels, world channels, trading platforms and other functions that come with the underground world. Among them, Yi Bai found an option for a gold store, which no one else had. When he clicked in, I saw a shop owner with a mustache and a white shirt standing on the counter, smiling and saying, "Welcome, what do you need?" Yi Bai was surprised to find that the shop owner was indeed the owner of the game Gold Miner he played when he was a child. There are also familiar 3-piece sets on the counter. Red Detonator, Vitality Potion, Stone Collection Book. And the above price also made Yi Bai stagnant. The cheapest detonator cost 100 grams of gold. At the current market price of gold, it is about 400 stars per gram, which means that a detonator costs 40,000 yuan. A line of introduction in small print appears on the detonator. Ordinary detonator, it must be a fine product from Alexander. Can clear obstacles within 1 meter. It also has a strong deterrent effect on all kinds of monsters, enough to kill the bronze superior elite monsters. Quote. This description instantly made Yi Bai feel that it was worth the money. The monster power of the bronze superior is comparable to that of a tank. This is no ordinary detonator. You just started work, lad. I don't think you have any gold in your hands yet. Everyone has a time to start, come. You're welcome to this package. Quote. The shop owner glanced at Yi Bai and took out a big gift bag from behind with a smile. Yi Bai was also welcome, and reached out and took it. Take care of your business in the future. He couldn't wait to open the big gift bag, accompanied by a burst of golden light. Congratulations on your successful acquisition of Detonator X1, Vitality Potion X1, Lucky Clover X1. Stone Collection Book 10-1, Mysterious Novice Village Map X1. Things have been stored in the system space, please pay attention to check. As expected of a store owner with deep pockets, he was a big hit as soon as he made a move. Yi Bai saw the price of the items displayed on the cabinet behind the boss. Among them, the Vitality Potion required 500 grams of gold. Converted to a blue star, it would take 200,000. The most expensive is of course clover, which turned out to be an astonishing 1,000 grams, which is 2 pounds of gold. And the quantity is limited. In addition, Yi Bai found that, in addition to these common props in the game, there are also strong spinach, pointed spear hooks, and various mineral maps on the counter. Even advanced skill books such as appraisal technique. The props are much richer than the game. There is a dazzling array of products, any one of them makes Yi Bai's eyes shine. But the price of each of these items was suffocating him. For example, the gold mine map sells for 50 caddies of gold, the fruit of life is 100 caddies of gold. Permanent strength potion 200 gins of gold, etc. There are even treasures from other dimensions, and he also saw a domineering book of armed color. Advanced armament color domineering, from a certain pirate world, it can make the user bless the advanced armament color. It can make the body 100 times stronger and invulnerable. Price: 500 caddies of gold, or 5 high-grade diamonds. 1 high-grade diamond is equal to 100 caddies of gold. Quote, he even saw the core drill from the Tianyuan world, the awakening stone of spiral force, and even the red lotus mecha. The prices of these products are marked with 3 words, 3-day discount period. Suddenly Yi Bai's eyes froze. At the top of the counter, I saw a simple book that exudes a fairy spirit. God-level source book, one of the treasures of the town store. From a certain world that covers the sky, it is said that the author is Yi Hei, who does not want to give his name. It is not only written by the simple Yuan Tianxi, but later organized and summarized by the Emperor of Heaven. It can be called a peerless fairy book, which tells the secrets of the universe and leads directly to the avenue. If you learn it, you can explore any treasure mine of earth veins. After learning the origin technique, origin eye, and appraisal technique, you will be automatically transferred to the origin master. It can be called an encyclopedia of the authentic, and when it evolves to the peak, it can be the Ming Zun, the emperor of the earth. The original price is 1 million caddies of gold, the boss is doing promotions, and there is a big discount for beginners. 3-day discount price, 1,000 caddies of gold. Quote, lying noisy. The boss is so arrogant that he has taken out the treasures of the town store. Moreover, the place where you can see is the high martial world. Boss, help me keep the treasure of the town store. I'm ordering this book. Quote, seeing so many treasures on the counter, Yi Bai's eyes turned red. Everything here can make waves in the outside world. Let the consortium, and even the official, win it without hesitating to spend a lot of money. And the store owner has a big promotion. Haha, lad, take the chance. Just opened, 3 days of big promotion, all babies are broken at one rate. Mysterious props will be added from time to time. After 3 days of waiting, all items were restored to their original prices. Quote, the boss said with a smile, his face full of joy. Yi Bai didn't dare to neglect, and quickly exited the store to prepare for mining. When he entered the store interface, it was a long story, but in reality it was only an instant. Just a thought thing. Yi Bai looked at the underground world again, everything was different. His gaze could even pass through the soil and directly see the pieces of dog head gold and large gold nuggets buried under his feet. Yi Bai was heartbroken when he saw it. There are still netizens discussing fiercely on the channel now. Slot, the soil in the underground world is so firm. I went down with a pick and my hands were shaken. It's harder to dig than the textbook says. Quote, my pickaxe accidentally dug into a rock just now and it's broken. Worthy, how can I live in 3 days? Dig by hand. Quote, haha, I have dug up a gram of gold. 400 yuan in hand, a bright future is waiting for me. Quote, Nima, I just thought I found some treasure. What a nest of poisonous snakes. It's still a black and white poison, come help. Quote, ... Netizens complained that money is hard to earn and shit is hard to eat. Mining is difficult to dig, not only the soil is strong. From time to time, I dug into rock groups, which made half a day of effort in vain. Like the netizen who accidentally dug up the monster just now, and even got his life in it. And these problems do not exist for Yi Bai at all. Everything underground is in front of his eyes. For others, the underground world is mysterious and dangerous. But I have gold miner system, for me. Everything underground is like a palm pattern, just bend over to get it. Quote, Yi Bai's eyes scanned the nearby soil. Suddenly, a dazzling golden light flashed in front of him. The gold miner system comes with the function of penetrating the soil, but it is limited by your current mental power. The see-through range is 10 meters. When Yi Bai carefully searched for the gold mine, he also gradually understood the function of the system. Its perspective range, the throwing range of the iron hook, is limited by the current level, only 10 meters. With the upgrade can be extended indefinitely. And now within 10 meters, Yi Bai has found the direction of his left foot. There is a fist-sized dog head gold 2 meters away. Let's have a good start. Yi Bai checked the gift set and shook the joystick to prepare for construction. Bronze hook of soil, a free novice tool that can ignore soil. Hook directly on the treasure and drag it up. Quote, vigorously pulley. Free tool, save 200% effort, durable. Sturdy rope. Free tool, length 10 meters. It can drag objects up to 1,000 caddies in weight. Quote, grumble. Yi Bai shook the rocker with both hands, only to see that as the rope extended. When the bronze hook touches the ground, it seems to enter the water surface, and it can easily drill into it. Like a swimming fish swimming in the sea. Seeing this magical scene, Yi Bai was amazed. Just like in the game Mining in Progress, he also saw a progress bar appear. After the bronze hook was buried in the ground, the resistance was significantly greater. But Yi Bai's previous exercise had an effect. In addition, the clear target at 2 meters has been clearly seen. I didn't feel tired at all. With the rotation of the pulley, the hook had already touched the gold nugget in a blink of an eye. Gotta. You have hooked the treasure. You can get it with a little more effort, please work hard. The weight in his hand sank obviously, Yi Bai's spirit was shaken. Use your arms to continue the rocker. In his sight, the kobold all the way through the soil. We were on the ground in less than half a minute. And if it is someone else, it takes at least 3 hours to dig up 2 meters of solid soil. The time and physical strength it wastes is enough to tire the bad guy. And Yi Bai didn't even take a minute to arrive. The golden light drilled out from the ground, accompanied by the sound of a ding purse entering the account. A piece of fresh dog head gold with soil mixed on its surface is in its early stages. Congratulations on your successful completion of your first nuggets. Congratulations on your successful acquisition of 3,000 grams of dog head gold, 6 caddies. Gold nuggets, diamonds and other underground treasures can be stored in the system space for free. Haha, is this done? Before Yi Bai could laugh, another sweet voice came. Feeling the call of gold, a senior gold miner does not need wages. Come and help you mine for free. Are you calling now? What's the situation? Yi Bai opened the panel suspiciously, only to see a red exclamation mark flashing. When I opened it, I saw a familiar photo of an old man with a big nose and a white beard. Gold miner number 1. Industrious miners. Mining. Gold is his lifelong pursuit, your absolutely trusted partner. Quote. Good guy. It turned out to be the old man controlled by the player in the game. Yi Bai was directly amused and said without hesitation. Call. With the endless burst of golden light, a man in a yellow shirt with a white beard on his face. His face was gray, but the smiling old man appeared in front of Yi Bai. Respected mine owner, you can count me out. Look at this beautiful yellow earth, full of gold and diamonds. Let's get to work now. Quote. The old man who just summoned hasn't said a word yet. The crane has been towed and ready to start. For him, mining is not a job, but an instinct. No, it is the value of life. Yi Bai was happier. He checked the old man's attributes. A staff panel appeared in front of you. Name, Jack. Owner, Yi Bai. Employee number 1. Loyalty, 100. Level, Senior Black Iron. Attribute, Strength 50. Double strength can be exploded in mining. Spirit 45, Constitution 60, Agility 48. Skill, Master Mining Technique. Jack has devoted his life to mining, regardless of his age. But the skills are superb and familiar with using any mining tool. When mining, strength plus 200%, efficiency plus 300%. Save 3 times physical strength. Closing parenthesis. Earth breathing. For Jack, the earth is like breath. He can know all kinds of ores and increase the success rate of gold mining. The probability of discovering all kinds of special ores increases, and occasionally unexpected treasures are found. Closing parenthesis, closing square bracket. Description. He is definitely your right-hand man, working hard without complaint. Any mine owner's dream employee. Yi Bai was ecstatic after seeing the attributes. As expected of the protagonist of the game, the attributes of the factory are 5 times more than their own. Not to mention the master skills and passion for the job. With him, it's like a tiger with wings, so why not worry about the big things? Jack, you've come just in time, it's just the beginning. As the first employee, you are specially rewarded as the deputy mine owner. Come, I will not rob you of the mining you love. Quote. Yi Bai greeted Jack to get started. He asked the system. System, how many miners like Jack are there? How can I summon more than one? Quote. The system quickly replied. How many gold mines the host has, how many miners there are. Mining special ores or discovering large gold mines has a chance to summon miners. All kinds of special achievements will reward miners and props. If the host is willing to spend gold, he can also temporarily hire miners from Alexander. Good guy, I didn't expect the owner of the shop to engage in human trafficking, Yi Bai laughed. The underground world is your own treasure. Mining gold and hiring miners is a virtuous circle. Opening a super mine and summoning millions of gold miners is no longer a dream. And soon, Jack dragged the claws and caught a large gold nugget. Ding! Caution! Your employee Jack accidentally found a large gold nugget up to 1 meter high and was struggling to drag it. Are you going to help? Yi Bai took a closer look and saw that Jack ran to a corner and was struggling with the joystick. Busy sweating profusely, muscles bursting. And under the claws is like a big stone shining with gold threads. I'm here to help too. Yi Bai quickly got involved, and the two of them dragged together much faster. Yi Bai held the joystick, clearly feeling that the resistance this time was 10 times stronger than the previous one. If it wasn't for Jack's help, he was sure he couldn't pull the golden stone at all. With the crunching sound of the pulley turning, the golden stone gradually emerged from the ground. Yi Bai couldn't see the whole picture in the soil just now, but now a figure has emerged. Yi Bai was slightly disappointed. I saw that this is a stone mixed with gold wire and ore, and its purity is not as good as the first dog head gold. The old man was not discouraged, and continued to drag it hard. With the rope retracted, this 1.2 meter high, irregularly shaped golden stone was also dragged up. Ding! Congratulations on your joint efforts with your employees to mine. Successfully obtained the gold wire ore. Along with the happy sound like the wallet has been credited, Yi Bai saw the experience value on the panel increase rapidly. In the underground world, as long as you mine, get treasure, kill monsters. Then you can gain experience level up. And this time the harvest obviously exceeded Yi Bai's expectations. Accompanied by the golden light bursting out of the body. Yi Bai feels like he has been baptized, his strength, physique, and spirit have been strengthened in all aspects. Congratulations on your successful breakthrough to Black Iron Intermediate. The detectable range has been increased to 12 meters. With the upgrade comes the scope of perspective. Yi Bai didn't have time to feel the change in himself, but picked up the pickaxe and knocked on the big stone. He asked in surprise, Jack, isn't this a piece of ordinary ore? How did it give me so much experience all at once? Quote. The white-bearded old man laughed, picked up the hammer and chisel and started digging. The mine owner, the first sight I saw just now. My big nose just smelled gold. This stone should be the source of gold mines in the nearby area, and on the surface it appears to be only low-quality gold ore. The real baby is inside. Quote, crack. As the old man's chisel fell, starting from the strands of gold wire, the big stone cracked. A burst of colorful glare burst out from the stone. Yi Bai's heart was pounding, as if he felt the call of instinct. Ignoring the bright light, I widened my eyes to see clearly. I saw a multicolored stone in the multicolored light, the size of a fist, and the most amazing thing was that there was a hole on the surface of the stone. As if a person's nose is breathing, it is vaguely consistent with the pulsation of this land. Like a living creature, and this peculiar phenomenon has already been introduced in detail in textbooks. Yi Bai said with great joy, Heart of the mountain. Along with his exclamations, the horns of the underground world sounded. World announcement. The 855th issue of Trainee Miners, please pay attention. Yang Guo Yi Bai successfully unearthed the first mountain heart in this issue. Recognized by the underground world, the territorial reward has been doubled tenfold, and become the lord of the 10-kilometer mine. In this issue, the newcomer Wang Hua falls to the Yan kingdom. Within 3 days, the explosion rate of the gold mines and mines of the lords of the Kuanyan kingdom doubled. Yi Bai mine, the explosion rate doubled tenfold. So the speed of this promotion broke all records. The underground world specially presents the newcomer king and a holy pet egg for encouragement. The new king is born, the current wealth list is unlocked. After 3 days, the top 100 wealthiest people will have a surprise reward. At the same time, 3 days later, before returning, there will be an attack by underground monsters. All miners, please work harder. The announcement came out, and the miners scattered in every corner of the underground world boiled. There are new kings in every issue, but the fastest record so far is a lucky one from the White Eagle Kingdom. The heart of the mountain was discovered unexpectedly after just 5 hours. And this time, it was directly refreshed by Yan Kingdom. It was only 10 minutes before they crossed here. Some miners are just getting acquainted with the environment, while others have just dug a small pit. Not even a single strand of golden thread was seen, but the new king was born. How did the boss find the heart of the mountain? Could it be that when you crossed in, you found that there was a baby under your feet? Quote, I deeply suspect that Yi Bai, the heart of the mountains brought from the outside world, is cheating. The underground world is universal. This time, it was not just Guangcheng and Yan Kingdom who came here, but also the other Lighthouse Kingdom, White Elephant Kingdom, Rome and others. There are at least tens of millions of miners in this group. Many are still the second generation of mines with special picks, and even those who bear the hope of the country. But at this moment, Yi Bai came out on top, and even increased the country's minerals. Many foreign netizens were immediately jealous. Calling it impossible is cheating to bypass the underground world. Impossible, absolutely impossible. The despicable Yan Kingdom may be digging up the heart of the mountain that their elders buried in advance. Otherwise, in just 10 minutes, how could it be recognized by the underground world? Quote, a netizen from Kimchi country immediately complained on the channel. But those who are familiar with underground materials know that he is incompetent and roaring. The heart of the mountain is unique and cannot be duplicated at all. It is the essence and destiny of a region condensed. Whoever masters the heart of the mountain can master an area. Once a mine owner in Sakura country wanted to cheat and secretly traded a heart of a mountain to a new miner. In this way, you can win the title of the Rookie King and increase your country. Unexpectedly, it was instantly discovered by the will of the world. The mine owner and newcomer were attacked and killed by underground monsters on the spot. Within a year, the output of all minerals in the Sakura country was halved. The wealth of the Sakura country has suffered heavy losses and its national strength has been greatly reduced. Since then, no country dares to cheat. Leaf mine owner Niubi. Win glory for the country. Haha, how much gold can you get in 3 days? It's all money. Quote, little big brother, how did you find the heart of the mountain so quickly, can you share? Everyone, look at the wealth list, Yi Bai is the number 1 on the list. How in just 10 minutes, he dug up hundreds of caddies of gold. Converted to star coins, he made 20 million in 10 minutes. Quote, In an instant, regional channel, Yanguo channel, and world channel were swiped by Yi Bai. It's not that you haven't seen the new king, but you didn't expect to be born after 10 minutes of time travel. Many second-generation mines, sons of tycoons, and stars of consortiums have not even brought out their pickaxes. The game is over. How does this play? How does this compete? Not only the underground world is boiling, the outside world, Blue Star also has an auspicious vision. Thousands of rays of light rose from the eastern land, and purple air spread across the sky. All the minerals of the Yan Kingdom start to double the explosion rate. The internet is boiling, and everyone is discussing the birth of the new king. And a super record in just 10 minutes. This year's Rookie King is born. It's our Flame Kingdom. Yi Bai Cao Bi, Yan Kingdom Mighty. Quote, the best thing is his speed. How long did it take for these trainee miners to travel through? I'm afraid they didn't arrive in 10 minutes. How could he have dug into the heart of the mountain? Isn't this treasure hidden deeper and deeper as you dig? Quote, the internet of Yangguo is boiling. A mine owner was pleasantly surprised to find that his output doubled. Praise the Rookie King loudly, and the keyword hashtag Yi Bai hash topped the hot search, Weibo and other rankings. Yan Guo, the official mining department of the First World, looked up Yi Bai's origins nationwide. And Guangcheng No. 1 Middle School. The teachers have not dispersed yet and are talking about how many of these students are qualified. It was as if he heard the names of the students in this school, but he didn't react at once. Yi Bai, isn't that the student in our class? Quote. Teacher Li, the head teacher, said in disbelief. Impossible, this student's grades are average. I didn't get the help of the consortium, and the equipment used was standard. Possibly someone with the same name and last name in the country. Quote. Mr. Li can't believe that his student has become the first in the country. No, it's the world's #1 Rookie King. Principal Chen quickly got wind of it. What, we have a Yi Bai in our school? Hearing the news, Principal Chen's heart was beating unsatisfactorily. If there is a Rookie King in his school, this political achievement alone will be enough for him to rise to the fore and eat for a lifetime. It's unclear what the status is, maybe the namesake. It will be 3 days before they return. Of course, if the Rookie King really came from a middle school, then our Penguin Group is willing to recruit Yi as the exclusive mine owner at a high price. Provides all assistance such as digging tools, spiritual planting seeds, etc. Quote. Representatives of Penguin Group, Lanxiang Group and other companies made a sensation and reported it to the headquarters as soon as possible. The major consortiums attach great importance to them, ordering to do whatever it takes. Draw Yi Bai into the group. The new king is not just a title. He is also a national hero, pulling him into the group. It can make the company's reputation soar, and the stock soars. Not to mention its own talent, the benefits brought by the mine. Quote. As long as he is willing to enter Lanxiang, we can consider giving him 0.1% of the shares. Make it one of the partners. Quote. And when the representative of the chief spear just heard the news, he froze in place. The student I satirized just now is very likely to be the newcomer king this year. He slapped his thigh angrily, like losing a super gold mine. If he had just signed him in advance, the chief spear would have become famous all over the world. Yi Bai naturally does not understand everything that is happening outside. He didn't even have time to check the touts and questions of World Channel. He is holding the heart of the mountain, feeling a whole new change. I saw that with the breath of the nostrils on the heart of the mountain, the entire land was under its own control. Heart of the mountains, the level is 1 hole, the territory under control is 1 kilometer. In its own territory, the mine owner doubles the output, doubles the explosion rate. When you encounter a monster invasion, you can find it as soon as possible. Blessed by the world, the potential has soared. Territory currently held, 10 kilometers. A free mine house and some tools. Quote. With a flash of golden light, a wooden hut appeared not far away. Comes with guardrails, bed chairs, shovels, and even a novice artifact, a stroller. I was amused by old Jack. Please name your mine. Yi Bai thought for a while. It's called a gold mine, simple and simple. Ding, congratulations on your successful naming. You have become a part of the underground world, please continue to work hard and continue to expand your territory. The identity on the panel faded from the trainee miner and became the gold miner. The harvest brought not only that, but also suspended on the ground. A holy level pet egg that emits colorful light and looks like a big goose egg. This is the world's special reward. Yi Bai carefully put away the heart of the mountain and put it in the miner's hut to hide. This baby is the control center of the mine. If you are accidentally smashed by the enemy, you will lose the ownership of the mine. Jack is still holding the hammer, the chisel is purifying the big stone just now. Pieces of broken gold were knocked out. Yi Bai's wealth value keeps increasing, he is too late to check it now. Not sure, on the wealth list. Under the shocked eyes of everyone, his wealth skyrocketed. Get rid of the second place 10 times, more than 100 times. Yi Bai is working on pet eggs. 3 days are limited, of course, we must make good use of all the manpower. You see, there was just one more Jack. Surprise yourself in an instant. The production capacity has increased by at least 5 times. What about this holy egg? How to hatch pet eggs? Yi Bai asked thoughtfully. It only takes a drop of blood to hatch. Biological birth contains variables. Due to the different attributes of the owner, the pets born are also different. Quote. This prompt appears on the panel. Seeing that Yi Bai was eager to cut his fingers, the old man Jack, who had gathered all the gold, suddenly reminded. Mine owner, I remember that boss Alexander gave you a gift. Among them is a rare lucky 4-leaf clover. If you want to hatch the egg, you can take a 4-leaf clover first. There may be windfalls. Yeah, how could I forget it? Yi Bai suddenly realized, if it wasn't for Jack's reminder, I would have been negligent. An old house where a treasure. He rummaged through the system space to find the gift from the store owner. This shop owner is not as mean as the original game. On the contrary, you are very generous, and you will give yourself a great gift when you meet. In addition to the detonator with amazing destructive power, the other pieces are hard to find treasures in the outside world. A 4-leaf clover was caught by Yi Bai, and the effect made him frown. Lucky clover, extremely rare treasure. It is a rare one for the outside world. There seems to be a lot of stock in Alexander's warehouse. After using it, your luck will be doubled 5 times within an hour. The probability of discovering gold, diamonds, and special gems is greatly increased. Quote. Use clover, Yi Bai said without hesitation. The 4-leaf clover in his hand turned into a rainbow, revolving around his body and then disappearing. Luck is a hidden attribute other than strength. Generally, even gold level or even diamond level creatures cannot see clearly. And now as the prop is used, a reminder appears. You have used props, your luck will be doubled 5 times within 1 hour. Goddess of luck bless you, please seize the opportunity. Yi Bai just felt refreshed. You can vaguely feel the gold nuggets and gems hidden in every corner of the mine. He didn't dare to neglect, and quickly cut his fingers with the dagger he carried with him. A drop of blood dripped from the fingertip, falling into the shell of the pet egg, like a stone thrown into the lake. Thousands of ripples swayed. Click. The egg shell of the pet egg cracked like a spider web. A chubby, furry white creature emerged ignorantly. Meow. This turned out to be a chubby little white cat, and when he saw Yi Bai, he jumped over his shoulder with joy. The towering cat face rubbed against Yi Bai affectionately, and the 3 long whiskers made Yi Bai sneeze. It turned out to be a cat. Yi Bai has a little regret. After all, this is a holy pet egg. But a reminder followed, dispelling all his doubts. Hint: congratulations on your lucky explosion, which is affected by your attributes. Pet eggs hatch a very rare auspicious beast, lucky cat. It turned out to be the legendary lucky cat. This kind of auspicious beast is worth 100 times or 1,000 times that of the same level. Yi Bai took a closer look at the effect. Name: Lucky cat. Category: Special auspicious beasts. The probability of occurrence is extremely low. Unique: only 1 per session. Closing parenthesis closing square bracket. Level: Black Iron lower. The potential is extremely high. After the upgrade, the talent continues to increase. Attributes: Strength 9, Spirit 50, Constitution 40, Agility 80. Host: Yi Bai. Loyalty: 100. Talent skill: Lucky fortune. Literally, it brings a 1% increase in the total wealth value to the owner every day. Bring a gem to the master every day. Occasionally, there will be occasional adventures. Closing parenthesis. Good luck always. Lucky plus 100. Ordinary people's lucky value is 5. The probability of discovering gold mines, silver mines and other ore veins has greatly increased. Closing parenthesis. Townhouse to ward off evil spirits. In the territory where the lucky cat is located, the attributes of evil objects will decrease. Workers feel better and work efficiency is increased by 50%. Closing parenthesis closing square bracket. Description: with its existence, the owner will no longer worry about eating and drinking. Cats are psychic, please be kind to them. Maybe it will bring you unexpected gains. Can you look forward to an upgrade? Change me. Haha, as expected of my baby. After reading the attributes, 3 skills, Yi Bai laughed and kissed the white cat a few times. Love is beyond words. Even Grandpa Jack, who has always been digging in mining, showed a simple and honest smile when he saw the new partner. Meow. The little white cat squinted his eyes and was rubbed his head happily by the owner. Come on, it's a rare opportunity. The blessing of the clover is still there, plus the talent bonus for attracting wealth. Isn't my luck now tenfolded? Quote, Yi Bai couldn't wait to pick up the shovel and plan to start work with the old man. It was only at this time that he noticed the wealth value, and he was shocked. Wealth value. 150 caddies of gold. Equivalent to 30 million yuan in star coins. The big stone that hides the heart of the mountain provides 100 caddies of gold. When he was busy just now, Grandpa Jack did not dislike the small flesh of ant legs. Still hanging small gold nuggets. Along the way, the sound of Dang Dang's gold entering the account is endless. For Grandpa Jack, who can pass through the soil and share the perspective function. This land is a treasure. Within reach. In a blink of an eye, you have become rich. By the way, the wealth list seems to be unlocked just now. How are the others doing? Quote, with a move in his heart, he opened the panel and looked at the list. Number 1. The owner of the gold mine. Yi Bai, Yan Kingdom, wealth value, 150 caddies of gold. Number 2. Johnson, Lighthouse Country, wealth value, 450 grams of gold. Number 3. Mu Lingwei, Yan Kingdom, wealth value, 400 grams of gold. Number 4. Mike, the Kingdom where the sun never sets, wealth value, 150 grams of gold. ... Good guy. Everyone else calculates on grams, Yi Bai directly 150 caddies of gold. Direct cliff-like gap. The quantifiers are different from others, this is not just standing out from the crowd. It is simply the gap between Mount Everest and other peaks. It's no wonder that on the channel, testers from all over the world are making a fuss. What happened? Have you noticed that Yi Bai's wealth is beating almost all the time? This means that he did not rest for a minute, and the work at hand did not stop at all. Is he Superman, tired of not knowing? Quote, even Superman needs to rest and regain his strength. It's not that you haven't seen that the underground soil is particularly strong and extremely difficult to dig. Encountering the gobi and ore is even more tingling. How did Yi Bai do it? How many pounds and how many pounds? I can't even find any broken gold, my hands are sore. Quote, there is only one possibility, and that is that he has discovered a big gold mine. What a fortunate one. It's not just that God is rewarding him with food, it's simply that God is choking him with rice. This can also explain why Yi Bai found the heart of the mountain in 10 minutes. The value of wealth is so amazing that you can get rich overnight. Quote, no matter which channel, it was swiped by Yi Bai today. Why is the underworld so fascinating? Attracting generations to join. Regardless of hard work, there are monsters in the dark, beasts that sneak attack from the ground from time to time. Isn't it because of the hope of getting rich overnight? And now Yi Bai is a living example. In less than 20 minutes, 30 million stars have been earned. This wealth is enough to keep people from working for a lifetime, which drives everyone crazy. Even Johnson, who was second in line, stood up and spoke. I am the prince of the Logan Consortium, and I am carrying the latest solar-powered automatic drill developed by the Lighthouse Country. There's even the wattle grass that has been consumed at a high price. There's no reason to lose so badly. I suspect Yi Bai is cheating with despicable means. If you have the ability, stand up and explain it to everyone. Quote, his remarks resonated with many foreign testers. Especially in the Lighthouse Country, the testers from the Cherry Blossom Country, the Kimchi Country, and the Australian country all clamored for Yi Bai to show up. Seeing that my hands are worn out and I haven't dug a gram of gold. Look at each other again, the wealth value that increases every moment. Their minds are broken. Mike, I support Johnson's words, despicable Orientals must have cheated. As we all know, limited by the laws of the underground world and the influence of magnetic fields. Most technological products, such as large excavators and metal detectors, are useless in the underground world. Only a handful of expensive props can work. I'm the royal family of the kingdom where the sun never sets. With secret props, how could the gap be so big? Quote, most of the people on the wealth list are the second generation of minds with a history. Facing Yi Bai, who had never heard of him, he jumped on their heads. Still such a terrifying gap, the second generation of this group of self-proclaimed arrogant sons exploded in mentality and was filled with righteous indignation. Mu Lingwei, I believe in Yi Bai. There is a saying in Yangguo that God rewards hard work. The underground world is so big that any adventure can happen. Maybe he was standing on a gold mine as soon as he came. This kind of thing hasn't happened before. Instead of being jealous of others, work hard for yourself. Quote. Seeing the noise on the channel, Yi Bai took the time to reply. I can achieve today's achievements, 99% rely on my own efforts, and 1% is a little bit lucky. I don't have time to talk nonsense with you, the underground gold is waiting to be dug by myself. Quote. He turned to Grandpa Jack and shouted, Father, start work. Okay. Grandpa Jack swayed the bronze hook and the wooden pole. Start exploring underground again. PFF, what is a million points of luck? I suspect that you are the son of the underground world. The great god finally appeared, so low-key. The appearance of the mysterious Yi Bai caused a sensation on the channel. Yan people feel and proud. The first place and the third place are all my own, so I will ask you if you are a bully. Other foreign testers are envious and jealous. Some people even tried to fight with words, trying to attract Yi Bai's attention and waste his precious time. As everyone knows, Yi Bai is reluctant to waste a minute. Taking advantage of the lucky explosion, and the 10 times the explosion rate of the world reward. Shaking the claws all the time. And Yi Bai did not hesitate to use the big gift package given by the previous boss. The first is the classic Stone Collection book. Stone Collection book, after using it, you will have a deep understanding of all kinds of wars. Don't miss out on precious stones. Quote. With the disappearance of the book in his hand, Yi Bai only felt that there was a lot more knowledge about stones in his head. These precious materials that would have taken decades to learn were instantly comprehended by him. Another vitality potion is to be used at this time. Potion of Vitality. After use, the strength is multiplied by 5 times. Duration 1 hour. No sequelae. Quote. Stronger, stronger. Yi Bai took off the cork and drank it gurgly. The medicine is tasteless. But the entrance turned into a stream of magma rushing through the limbs. He only felt that his whole body was exhausted, and his hair stood on end. Like a Super Saiyan. Meow. The white cat named by Yi Bai to attract wealth on its shoulder looked at its owner suspiciously. Curiously, he stretched out his claws and tugged at the black hair that stood on end. It seems that the mine owners are also very motivated. Before it gets dark, let's dig more. Quote. Grandpa Jack greeted Yi Bai cheerfully and started work. With his own mine, Yi Bai's original 12-meter perspective has been significantly enhanced. The estimated perspective range exceeds 15 meters. And there is an intuitive discovery of treasures in the corners. Everything in the subterranean soil is vividly visible. Bones, rocks, gold nuggets, large gold nuggets, mysterious lucky bags, and even diamonds and gems are all under your feet. Ding! Congratulations on your successful acquisition of 5 pounds of horseshoe gold. Ding! Congratulations on your successful acquisition of 50 gins of gold nuggets. Ding! Congratulations on your successful acquisition of a high-quality diamond. Worth 100 caddies of gold. It was followed by a series of happy sounds of wallets being credited. Yi Bai's wealth is doubled and doubled. Everyone staring at the wealth list was stunned, and in the blink of an eye, Yi Bai broke through 600 caddies of gold. I saw an unabated increase in the growth rate, and the momentum was terrifying. Don't say it's Johnson, Mike and the others. Even Mu Ling Wei and some other Flame Kingdom testers widened their eyes and couldn't believe it. It's hammered. Yi Bai is 100% descended on a gold mine, and it is a super big gold mine. Bend over to pick up gold. This is a pie from the sky. His wealth has grown so fast, and now after returning, can become a millionaire, or even billionaires with assets. Quote. Wow, I'm a gram by gram. He is good, the rise of dozens of caddies of gold, and a diamond from time to time. Big guy, if you leak a little bit in your fingers, I can eat it for a lifetime. Quote. Johnson and others who wanted to compete with Yi Bai had their scalps tingling. Seeing the constantly beating wealth value, I dare not compare with it. Don't dare to clamor and compete with him on the channel. He was panning for gold all the time. Definitely used something like a potion of strength, it was only temporary. And it's still overdrawn, don't be discouraged. At night, when he cried, quote, there is no shortage of smart people in the world, and soon someone guessed part of the truth. Yes, many medicines are designed to overdraw the physical strength of the next few days. even at the cost of leaving a lifetime of sequelae, in exchange for temporary power. I admit that Yi Bai is indeed lucky. But after all, he was born at the bottom and did not know the dangers of the underground world. Quote, I was confused by the gold in front of me for a while, but I didn't know that monsters would attack at night. At that time, how much gold will be used as a wedding dress for others? Quote, everyone was talking about Yi Bai's wealth. And now no one sees Yi Bai's working status. I saw him cooperate with Grandpa Jack, and he was desperately rocking the joystick. Lift out the gold nuggets and ore. One person quickly released the hook and put it down again. The joysticks are all danced into Hot Wheels. The ropes are starting to smoke. There is also the encouragement of Lucky meowing. The underground world is fair and will not be arbitrarily grabbed by him. Suddenly, someone said this on the channel. Many people moved in their hearts and recalled what was mentioned in the textbook. Yes, Yi Bai's luck is over. Anti-cheating mechanism is online. Quote, Yi Bai, who was taking gold nuggets, received a reminder. Caution, because of your wanton capture of gold, the underground natives start to fight back. Please be ready to welcome. Aboriginal, Yi Bai was surprised. I saw Grandpa Jack shaking the pole laboriously, and the hook claws grabbed an indescribable creature from the ground. Squeak. I saw a brown mouse caught by the hook claw, screaming at the two of them. Yi Bai was a little stunned. Is this the rat making trouble in the game? In the game of gold miners. In addition to panning for gold, the character's controlled by the player. Every now and then there will be rats crawling around to make trouble and interfere with your progress. Of course, luckily, the mouse is still holding the diamond. Instead, you earn. Many players thought it was a pig, but the original name was Mole. He is a well-known expert in digging holes in the underground world. The captured mole was showing his teeth and claws at Grandpa Jack. Appears to be accusing him of the destruction of his home. Grandpa Jack untied it from the hook and said with a smile. Little guy, why are you making trouble? Did I stole your gold? Quote, the mole squeaked and barked, without fear of death. It seems that he is saying that his companions will avenge him. Since it has such a backbone, I will send it to the west. I don't believe that these moles can resist my mining career. Quote, Yi Bai was full of energy and reached out to take the mole. Not afraid to trample it to death. Unexpectedly, Grandpa Jack said at this time. Mine owner, these little guys are wise. They are psychic. And it's our mining of ores that interferes with them. I don't think it's necessary to hurt them, just release them. Quote, seeming to think of something, Grandpa Jack added. I heard Alexander once said that moles are keenly aware of all kinds of minerals in the ground. But it takes a lot of training. He also bought it there, 2 grams of gold. Quote, Alexander still accepts this stuff. Yi Bai was amazed. It's no surprise that the boss's supernatural powers are vast. And the #1 employee and the boss seem to have a good relationship. I don't know if the white-bearded grandpa who will be summoned in the future is so smart. I don't recommend selling to Alexander though, I've heard the wind. Elsewhere, Alexander sold moles by resale. Great fortune. He bought the mole from us with 2 grams of gold. Sell 10,000 caddies of gold to others. Others use moles to find oil, which is an extremely valuable treasure. Quote, speaking of which, the harmonious Jack also blew his beard and stared, looking rather resentful. Just this thing can sell 10,000 gold. Yi Bai said in disbelief, observing the mole closely. I just think the little guy who interferes with his own money is disgusting. Can't see such great commercial value. But his heart moved. If you can find oil, it is a strategic treasure. Even the country will be a sensation. The Yan Kingdom is often controlled by the oil of the lighthouse state, and the oil is the blood of the industry. Fighting is the oil storage, and its strategic value is self-evident. Inconspicuous, even regarded as a beast by others. Does it work like this? If Grandpa Jack hadn't reminded him, Yi Bai might have strangled him to death. Missed a great opportunity. Meow. Seeing the mole, the happiest is the lucky cat. It jumped up cheerfully and raised its furry cat paws to tease the mole. The mole, who has always been afraid of the sky and the earth, saw the fortune-telling. Hair stood up all over his body, and he squeaked. Tossing in Yi Bai's hands, terrified. Forget it, since Grandpa Jack pleads for you, it will be of great use in the future. Then spare your life and play with lucky fortune. Quote. Yi Bai casually built a fence like a cat pen with rocks, and threw the mole and lucky charm into it. Let the two have a good time. He continued to work with his grandfather Jack. It may be the influence of world consciousness. It is also possible that a certain amount of gold is collected, triggering the red line. Surely there will be other animals, or troubles, to make trouble. Prevent you from mining. This peculiar phenomenon, Yi Bai has also learned from textbooks. I heard that there are millions of miners working day and night in the super mining farms of some big capitalists. Every other week, underground monsters form a beast swarm to come to crusade. There are 100,000 teams stationed alone. The amount of money spent is astronomical. And as the bronze hook entered the ground again, although Yi Bai is invincible and the old man is experienced, gold nuggets are found every time. But halfway through, every time a mole jumped out to make trouble. It was it that caused the hook to grab. At this time, Yi Bai could only reluctantly throw the mole into the cat circle to make money with him. There were chirping and meowing sounds from the cat circle. It also added a lot of joy. The death penalty can be forgiven, but the living sin cannot be escaped. Let you mess with me. Quote. The corners of Yi Bai's mouth were upturned, and he said in a wicked manner. Other testers also noticed that Yi Bai's wealth was slowing down. As expected, I encountered countermeasures. Many people were relieved and said on the channel. No one can resist the will of the world, and even the big consortium can't think of a good solution. Underground mining is limited. The record of the new king for 3 days was 2,500 caddies of gold. From our lighthouse country. And that rookie king is already at the helm of the Morgan Consortium. He said that the further back he goes, the more monsters stop him from mining. Quote. Even the second generation of mines such as Johnson and Mike comforted themselves. But when he came back to his senses, he quickly reacted. When did you become a consortium, or even the proud son of heaven cultivated by the country? When will you jump for joy because the enemy's growth rate is slowing down? Shouldn't he be the first? Ding, congratulations on your successful excavation of a large gold nugget. Your wealth value has successfully exceeded 1,000 caddies of gold, which is equivalent to 200 million stars. You have reached the milestone achievement. The number 1 of the wealth list was suddenly refreshed, becoming a 4-digit number. Even the interface is glittering, like a celebration. At the same time, a reward announcement appeared in everyone's ears. Announcement. Congratulations to Yi Bai for crossing the threshold and becoming a billionaire. For this encouragement and special reward, a luxurious snowflake wagyu set and a bronze bow. This announcement made the hearts of the second generation of mines who were lucky to be cold. And Yi Bai is even more delighted that he can summon the second old grandpa. With the tangy meat aroma slowly falling from the air and being cooked, it weighs 2,000 pounds. The roasted whole beef is charred on the outside and tender on the inside, sprinkled with spices, sauces, and chili noodles. Grandpa Jack was stunned when he saw it. He stopped the rocker in his hand, and his throat squirmed unsatisfactorily. His stomach growled and his saliva soaked through the white beard. The cats in the cat enclosure no longer teased the mole, but crawled out sniffing the smell of meat. Even with the mole, he stopped crying, and his small tearful eyes widened. Looking forward to the snowflake and cow. As for the other rewarded bronze savage bow, and the 10 sharp arrows that came with it, no one paid any attention. Reminder. Congratulations to the mine owner for successfully reaching the milestone achievement, and the cooperation with the deputy mine owner Jack is gratifying. Feeling the breath of gold, another gold miner is inspired. Are you calling now? Summon, wait a moment. Grandpa Jack, you were starving for the gold panning just now. Take a break and taste how top-notch snowflake beef tastes. Quote. Yi Bai is also hungry. Although the potion of vitality is said to be effective, it does not have side effects like other potions. But after all, wool comes from sheep. Subsidizing your body is the most important thing. And a series of perspectives and gold panning just now. It was a huge drain on his mind and body. Perspective consumes a lot of mental power, and it was a bit dazzling before. Just taking advantage of this time to rest. When you're full, you have the strength to work. Grandpa Jack's saliva flowed out of his mouth. Yi Bai took out the dagger and carefully cut it a few times. I saw the smell of spices. A steak was cut out, still aromatic. Grandpa Jack, Here, you're welcome. Be careful, it's a little hot. Quote. Grandpa Jack took the steak carefully and was flattered. Mine owner, I have never eaten such good food. I'm just a low-level miner, is it really suitable for me to eat? Quote. What are you saying? You are the #1 employee of the gold mine and the deputy mine owner. Experienced and love gold panning. What is this? Just based on the thousands of kilograms of gold and 5 diamonds we took out just now. Don't say it's such a cow, even if you buy 100 cows, 1,000 cows are no problem. Quote. Yi Bai waved his hand. I also cut a piece of corbel with a weight of 10 kilograms, and made a large piece. There is no return now, and supplies are scarce. Otherwise, with his current assets, it is enough to buy massive goods. Reminder. Your generosity moved the old man. Full points of loyalty bursting. Increased recognition of gold mines. In the next labor, Jack will explode with more power to repay you. This reminder made Yi Bai even happier. Sure enough, the human heart is made of flesh, and you are good to others. Everyone else sees it, and the summoned gold miner is not just a simple character in the game. It's real flesh and blood characters. Tisk tisk, as expected of the top Wagyu. It is strong enough, the spices are well put, and the color and fragrance are all available. Quote. Yi Bai took a bite on the beef. The gravy splashed around, greatly supplementing the physical and mental consumption. Meow meow. The little white cat hurriedly circled under Yi Bai's feet, slipping into a cloud of smoke. Impatiently, he stretched out his claws and scratched his trousers. Don't worry, Yi Bai said vaguely. With a knife, he cut a piece of beef bone wrapped in sauced beef and threw it to the lucky cat. The cat laughed. Throwing on the bones of the cow also started. While eating, Yi Bai sorted out the harvest just now. At the same time, from the miner's hut, take out the pure water brought in advance, and throw them to Grandpa Jack respectively. The two of them were so busy that they couldn't stop. The gold that has not been put away on the side is piled up into a hill, higher than Yi Bai. Shine on the faces of the two, and increase the appetite. There is nothing more cheerful than a hearty meal after labor. It's a pity that I haven't gone back yet, otherwise there will be no luxury food. Yi Bai tasted delicious Yi Bai for the first time, looking forward to the glory after returning, and then I will make a big purchase. Satisfy your lust. Money earned is spent. Look, Yi Bai's wealth is no longer increasing. It should be immersed in the deliciousness of beef. Quote. On the chat channel, someone quickly noticed Yi Bai's movements. Thinking of the deliciousness of the top Wagyu beef, many people growled in disappointment. Although everyone brings energy bars to replenish energy. But I'm afraid to compare goods. Compared with high sweet and high salty energy bars, snowflake beef is the delicacy in the world. Indulge in the candy cannon of capital. HMPH, the poor boy has never tasted delicious food, so it is easy to be confused. Taking advantage of this time, I'm going to move back to the gap. Quote. The second generation of mines such as Johnson and Mike comforted themselves and said. Start laboring with a helmet and a pickaxe. Squeaky. The mole in the cat pen kept barking. They were underground, how could they smell so delicious? In addition, I was teased by the lucky cat just now, which consumed a lot of physical strength. Even more hungry now. Don't yell, as long as you don't make trouble for me. Anything can be said. Quote. Yi Bai was upset when he heard it. From the hoof, cut a piece of beef tendon at random and throw it into the cat pen. Suddenly there was a series of cheerful chirps. More than a dozen moles hurriedly gnawed around the tendon of the cow. From time to time a happy cry, and seemed to sense Yi Bai's kindness. A mole stood up boldly and twittered a few times into the ground. Yi Bai nibbled on the beef, while watching its strange behavior in surprise. The second monk Zhengzhong was puzzled, and a reminder came from his ear. Your generous behavior, kind attitude, the temptation of delicious food, the lucky bonus intimidation of the lucky cat. The act of not killing or injuring a mole. Blessed by various factors, the hidden mission is triggered, the friendship of underground moles. Boom. There was a loud bang from the ground. Yi Bai put down the beef and stared at the ground with wide eyes. I saw a chirping sound coming from the ground. Small mounds of dirt swelled up quickly on the ground. A small head drilled out of the mound, it was a mole. They hear the call of their companions and are attracted by the smell of beef. boldly drilled out of the ground. Grandpa Jack put down the steak that was eaten clean in his hand, and reminded happily. Mine owner, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As long as you form a friendship with this group of moles, not only will the gold rush not cause trouble in the future, you can even hire them for food and water, and trade them for gems and gold. Quote. Yi Bai didn't care about eating, so he quickly checked the mission details. The friendship of the underground mole, a hidden mission that is extremely difficult to trigger. Whether to give up love, give up hundreds of caddies of snowflake beef. Reconcile with mole. Quote. Does that even need to be said? Isn't it just a few pounds of beef? Quote. Remember what Grandpa Jack mentioned before. Moles can find oil, intelligence worth thousands of dollars. Yi Bai cut off pieces of beef without hesitation, and threw them to the moles that burrowed out of the ground. For a while, moles sprang up like bamboo shoots in the ground, raising their paws cheerfully. Grab the beef and eat it up. When did they taste so delicious? All with red eyes. More and more moles emerge from the ground. In a blink of an eye, half of a beef weighing 2,000 caddies has disappeared. And the effect it brings is obvious. The mole tribe has greatly improved the favorability of your mine. No more messing up your gold panning work. At the same time, an early warning will be issued in advance if the gold rush encounters an underground bomb. The underground bomb should be the big dynamite in the game. Not only can it empty the surrounding gold and diamonds, but it is also extremely dangerous to people. This gain alone is worth it. Suddenly, as the underground moles take more and more, the lucky cat, who was burying its head in a fight with the ox bone, stuck its head out alertly. A pair of amber-like golden pupils looked at a corner. It meowed and ran to the moles. It caused the moles to screech strangely. What happened? Yi Bai asked suspiciously. Grandpa Jack smiled honestly. The lucky cat is a spiritual auspicious beast. It should have discovered something. Sure enough, a reminder sound appeared. The pet lucky cat brings you an adventure. This encounter has exhausted its European energy for a day, and it will not be able to retrieve the gem today. Please accept it sincerely. Before he could react, I saw that with the rumbling of the ground. The ground where the lucky cat is located is uplifted. One is bigger than a lucky cat, about the size of a llama. The behemoth among the moles. With 9 white whiskers, the head of a mouse is slightly like a dragon. A strange creature with a whole body as beautiful as a gem drilled out. He looked at the lucky cat with a little fear, and chatted with each other. A line of names floated above its head. Gem Dragon Rat. Gem Dragon Rat, the leader of this subterranean mole, leads more than 1,000 moles. A rare auspicious beast similar to a lucky cat. What is even more extraordinary is the precious bloodline of Treasure Rat and Dragon Rat at the same time. One of the heroes among the mice among the billions. Super boss in hidden missions. However, he is not good at fighting, and is extremely good at escaping and treasure hunting. As a dragonborn, his intuition for gems is extraordinary. Timid, generally does not meet people. Do not hurt, it is easy to be punished. Quote. Treasure Rat. No, there is the breath of dragon and mouse. This mouse is amazing, Grandpa, I have been to so many places. The descendants of Treasure Rat and Dragon Rat have never been seen. Quote. Grandpa Jack looked surprised. Yi Bai had never seen him with such an expression before. Wait, the textbook mentions treasure hunters. It is as precious as a lucky cat, and it is an auspicious beast that consortiums and officials have to buy at all costs. And this one is 100 times more precious than an ordinary treasure hunter. Quote. Yi Bai held his breath, lest he scare it away. The courage of the gem dragon rat is inversely proportional to its body. Obviously much bigger than the lucky cat. The strength is very likely stronger than the lucky cat. But now in the communication with the lucky cat, it seems to be submissive. A pair of short legs are hidden in the pit. There is a tendency to run away whenever there is a disagreement. Is this racial restraint? Yi Bai knew that if it wasn't for the adventure brought by the lucky cat, even if you trigger a hidden mission, you will never encounter it. It seems that the lucky cat and the gem dragon mouse are talking well. The lucky cat happily ran back to Yi Bai's feet, meowing at him for a while. After some sincere exchanges, lucky cat and gem dragon mouse reached a deal. Are you willing to spend 1,000 pounds of beef as a gift to the moles? The gem dragon rat will thank you for your gift and send a mysterious gift. Of course I would. Yi Bai cut off most of the beef without hesitation and threw it to the jewel dragon rat. Maybe this top beef. In the underground world, it can attract monsters to fight wildly. But in the real world, a nugget is enough to buy it. Compared with the gift and friendship of the gem dragon rat. What is this? Yi Bai's generosity undoubtedly made the mole group extremely satisfied. From the pit, the gem dragon rat very carefully picked up a mysterious, 9-colored lucky bag. Handed it to the lucky cat. For some reason, the lucky cat sniffed the smell of the lucky bag. He shrugged his nose slightly in disgust. It grabbed the 9-color lucky bag, moved its short legs, and handed it to Yi Bai. To thank you for your gift, Gem Dragon Rat presents a 9-color lucky bag, the most advanced blessing bag. Friendship of Gem Dragon Rat plus 2-0. You got a chinchilla whisker, and there are good things to trade with each other in the future. A long whisker fell off the jewel dragon rat's cheek and floated into Yi Bai's hands. Chapter 11. Gem Dragon Rat Beard. You can carry it with you, luck plus 10 points. Approaching the gem will glow. It symbolizes the friendship of the gem dragon and mouse. This can be used to contact it, please keep it carefully. Quote. Although it looks unremarkable, whether it is the blessing of 10 points of luck, or encounter the special effects of gems, all revealing extraordinary. Yi Bai is sure. This beard is put up for auction in the outside world, and the price is not less than 1 billion stars. You can even buy a big mine. He carefully tied his beard around his hands like a bracelet. Look up again. I saw the moles scattered all over the ground. The fat, timid gem dragon mouse also disappeared. There are only potholes left on the surface, which appear pitted. Meow. The lucky cat handed the 9-color lucky bag to Yi Bai. Grandpa Jack laughed. This cat is really our lucky star. But the big mouse just now was fine. If it joins us, it is estimated that oil mines and diamond mines can be easily discovered. By selling these alone, our mines can grow. Quote. There will be chances in the future. Yi Bai smiled and studied the lucky bag. I saw a similar baby in the underground just now. After opening, it is random gold. But this one is obviously different from normal. 9-colored lucky bag. The highest level lucky bag is a gift from the earth. Depending on your personal luck, you will find different treasures. Quote. The effect of the clover is still there. Yi Bai chose to open without hesitation. With a burst of 9-colored light flickering. One that shone too brightly to be seen. The whole body seemed to be composed of light, and a strangely shaped fruit appeared in front of Yi Bai's eyes. Yi Bai. Congratulations on your lucky explosion, and the dark nemesis, glittering fruit. Yi Bai was holding the glittering fruit in both hands, stunned. What a shock. Isn't this the devil fruit from the famous pirate world? Can this come out too? Is it because of the lucky grass plus the lucky cat's adventure plus the blessing of the gem dragon rat? An unrepeatable miracle under the blessing of many elements. As we all know, when the underground world comes at night, it is 100 times more dangerous, and there are all kinds of monsters attacking. But with this fruit, it can shine at any time. Coupled with its fruit properties, elementalization. This is probably the most suitable devil fruit for the underground world. Quote. Yi Bai suppressed his excitement, closed his nose. Without hesitation, he opened it and took a bite. What? The lucky cat was full of surprise, staring at the master's feet with wide eyes. This expression expresses one sentence vividly. Why are you eating shit? Indeed, Yi Bai admits. Glittering fruit tastes the same as that. But fight for strength. He knew that as more and more gold was mined, the monsters would become stronger and stronger. As the fruit is eaten, Yi Bai felt that he was flooded with light, and his whole body was transformed. Congratulations on your successful consumption of sparkling fruit. Gain elemental power. The fruit has great potential, and many functions can be enhanced with their own upgrades. Yi Bai stretched out his hand. With the movement of his mind, his palms turned into light particles and disappeared. He grinned. Don't be afraid of physical attacks and sniper rifles in the future. In anime, the power of glittering fruit is self-evident. Its light-like speed, light-like reaction, plus unique light particle energy attack. It can be said that it is the top even in the natural department. And as the glittering fruit is taken, the energy attached to it alone. Let Yi Bai's rank quietly break through to the black iron superior. He turned into a golden light, leaving behind afterimages, inspecting the mine. That's what it feels like. Speed is power. With it, I see who dares to break into my mine. Quote. Yi Bai in the Mercedes-Benz stretched out his fingers. A golden beam of light suddenly shot out from the fingertips. The beam penetrates the distant rock like a laser easily. This is the laser light developed by Kayabe. Several other skills, Yi Bai practiced one by one. The fruit effect made him tremble with excitement. But it is clear that the power that he has exerted. It's still very early for the destructive performance in anime. The fruit also needs to be developed and awakened. But Yi Bai estimates that even with the power of the fruit itself, it is enough to let him easily kill monsters at higher levels. The mine owner himself has such a strong strength, then I don't have to worry about monster attacks. We've dug up so much gold, there must be monsters after us. Quote. Grandpa Jack looked at all this with a smile. He stopped Yi Bai, who wanted to continue practicing. Reminded, mine owner, you can also summon a companion. The effect of the clover will soon disappear, so hurry up and summon it. If I guess correctly, his attributes should also be affected by luck and mutate. Quote. Haha, today is really my lucky day. Yi Bai stopped. Seeing that the clover effect begins to count down, he no longer neglected, and resolutely said, choose to summon gold miners. Summoning gold miners. Lucky blessing, you are choosing the miner that suits you best. This call seems to be particularly slow. Seeing that the 1 hour effect of Clover was almost over, Yi Bai finally became anxious. Isn't it? Are you running out of air? Missed the last second. Quote. When he was depressed, in the last second of the countdown, the system sound finally sounded. Congratulations on your lucky explosion, summoning the most appropriate phase. The localized version of the Whitebeard variant of the Yan Kingdom, the first god in the capital to catch the leopard head. Yi Bai. With a flash of light. A man wearing a red pointed hat with a white beard and stubble, like a Santa Claus. A new employee with a strong body and a face that is not angry and arrogant as online. Is it really him? Yi Bai was even more shocked than the glittering fruit, his face full of disbelief. After a long time, these words popped out of my mouth. Leave a big spectrum. See the leopard head, sir. The local version of the white beard that looks like Santa knelt down on one knee. Yi Bai didn't know how to express his mood at the moment. Gold miners can still summon this thing. He looked at the white stubble on the leopard's head. This is the same as Jack. Could it be because of this that he was summoned? Get up first, what talents do you have? They come, the security. Yi Bai lifted the leopard's head and asked about his strength and talent. At the same time, he opened the panel to check. Leopard Head smiled and said, the mine needs to be guarded. It is necessary to be alert not only to external monsters, but also to be careful of internal employees rebelling and stealing things. And I'm in charge of combat. Quote. He smiled at Grandpa Jack and said, compared to this old man's geographic knowledge and mining experience, maybe I am better. But when it comes to combat, I'm not talking big. Leave the safety of the mine to me. Quote. The leopard head patted his chest proudly, looking confident. Name, Leopard Head. Owner, Yi Bai. Employee number 2. Loyalty, 100. Level, Senior Black Iron. Attributes, Strength 100, Spirit 50, Constitution 70, Agility 65. Skill, Combat Specialization. It is divided into combat units, the actual combat bonus is 50%. It is difficult to find opponents in the same level, and it has rich experience in battle and can protect the mine well. Closing parenthesis. I want it all. The group attack skills, the leopard head is very ambitious. In the battle, there is no fear of group attack. 18 weapons are all proficient. Closing parenthesis. First catch. You can find clues from the slightest, and find the location of monsters and treasures for the first time. Lion's Roar. Spiritual. Group attack stunts, once used, ghosts and gods cry together. Description. The data on the single panel can be comparable to the lower level of bronze. In fact, the battle bonus is even more terrifying. Your most caring security captain, loyal dog leg. It also takes into account the functions of finding treasures and gold mines. Good guy, it seems that your mine is really crouching tiger, hidden dragon. After reading the attributes, Yi Bai called Niubi directly. Its panel is not inferior to the boss in the monster. Not to mention its natural divine power, which is as high as 100. I am afraid that it is difficult to find an opponent in the bronze level. Mining is definitely a good hand. Okay, it's getting dark soon. When the monster strikes, I always worry that there are loopholes to be drilled. Come here, you have solved my big problem. Quote, Yi Bai patted Leopard on the head and shoulders trustingly, and was extremely satisfied with him. Grandpa Jack welcomed the arrival of his new companion, although he was a little strange about the odd clothes the other was wearing. Lucky cats are afraid of leopard heads, and they don't dare to pretend to be tigers. Hiding behind Yi Bai, he carefully probed his head to observe each other. Saw the leopard head grinning at it, matched with the full white beard. The lucky cat thought it saw a lion on the grassland. With a meow, he quickly hid. Hey, big brother, where are you from? How can the white beard on his face be maintained so well? He is very energetic. Quote, the old man is strong, and I have no brute force. If you really want to make money and develop mines, you still need your craftsmanship. Quote, Leopard Head proudly stroked his beautiful white beard. Speaking of maintaining a beard, that's not a big deal with the old man. I have a hand. Quote, Leopard's Head looked to the left, and a ray of light suddenly appeared in his eyes. Maintaining the beard will talk to you in detail at night. Now there seems to be a group of uninvited guests coming over with the smell of meat. Quote, the Leopard Head moved his hands, accompanied by a crackling sound. He pointed to the bronze savage bow on the side and asked, Sir, do you still use this bow and arrow? I don't need a bow and arrow, I can do it with my hands. Yi Bai was puzzled, looking in the direction of the Leopard Head. I saw that unknowingly. 3 black wolves the size of a calf had jumped out from the corner, covered in black manes and with bloody eyes. Reminder, attracted by the taste of snowflake beef. 3 black armored wolves, superior black iron, wandering in the underground world came to invade. Please protect your own territory. The 3 black armored wolves stared at the few snowflake beef left on the ground with red eyes. The birthday water flowed out of his mouth, and 3 pairs of bloody eyes stared at Yi Bai and the 3 of them. His killing intent is undisguised. 3 black iron superior monsters. This is absolutely a disaster for any newcomer. But Yi Bai grinned. I just said that there is only so much beef left, and it may not be enough to eat tomorrow. Unexpectedly, someone will take the initiative to send it to the door now. Quote, no need for adults to do it, let me offer my craftsmanship. The Leopard Head has already picked up the savage bow. His arms are exerting force, and the bowstring is pulled into a half-moon shape. Aiming at a black armored wolf is to let go and shoot arrows. Whoosh, but I heard a cracking sound. The black armored wolf fell down before he could respond. I saw an arrow sticking on the forehead, all the arrows have been submerged. Only blood flowed out. Your employee Leopard Head is invincible and has shot a black armored wolf. The other 2 black armored wolves were startled and barked hurriedly. Suddenly one left and one right, the 2 directions rushed together. And it seems to be using some acceleration skills. The wind blows under the steps, turning into 2 black shadows to bite the leopard's head together. Be careful, Grandpa Jack exclaimed. Yi Bai was a little worried. After all, 2 fists were no match for 4. He was just about to make a move, but the Leopard Head shouted. Good come. I saw him pick up 2 feather arrows at random, and his eyes flashed. The veins on both arms burst out, and the bow was drawn like a full moon. Swish twice. An arrow accurately shot into the eyes of the black armored wolf, killing him on the spot. The second arrow pierced through the body of the other black armored wolf, pinning it directly on the spot, unable to move. These are 3 monsters of the same level, and one shot will kill 2 and be seriously injured. Yi Bai couldn't help but applaud and was amazed. I finally know what it means to be good at group attack in the introduction. Just 3 wolves. It is to fight empty-handed, without wasting much effort. What's more, there is this fine bow in hand. Quote, Leopard Head smiled indifferently and walked towards the seriously injured black armored wolf. Suddenly, the mutation regenerates. I saw a sudden bulge in the ground. The mound is wriggling, and an unknown creature is moving fast. How brave. When Leopard Head first arrived, he never thought that there was a monster hidden underground. The monster was wise. It seems to know that Yi Bai is the owner of the mine. The raised mound quickly slashed towards Yi Bai. Lord, be careful. The leopard hurriedly shot arrows. But I didn't expect the mound to move so fast, the arrows could miss. This monster is unusual. A red warning appeared in front of Yi Bai. Warn, because you have plundered too much gold. The first wave of monster sneak attacks arrived ahead of schedule. Bronze level boss, Sundering Lizard sneak attack. This turned out to be a bronze level boss. What's even more despicable is to keep hiding in the dark and wait until everyone relaxes before attacking. Yi Bai was unarmed, but he didn't panic at all. Sundered lizards are unpredictable underground. At the foot of Yi Bai in an instant. With a bang, the ground cracked. A lizard with a spiral pattern, covered with cyan scales, and a lizard more than 2 meters long came out. The auger on his head spun rapidly, killing Yi Bai's feet with lightning speed. This sneak attack is excellent, it is impossible to prevent. Just when Leopard Head and Grandpa Jack were shocked. A faint smile appeared at the corner of Yi Bai's mouth. Evil beasts are evil beasts after all. After learning a little bit of human sneak attack, I think the victory is in hand. Do you know what the speed of light is? Boom. Yi Bai suddenly attacked with his right foot. Like a thunder, like a beam of light. Infinite golden light erupted, and suddenly kicked on the back of the armor-piercing lizard. The famous light speed kick. The next moment, the armor-piercing lizard was crushed. With it as the center, there was a loud bang, and a spider web crack appeared. Instant kill, crushing of absolute strength. Yi Bai is no longer afraid of physical attacks since he ate the glittering fruit just now. Even if he was successfully attacked by the armor-piercing lizard just now, a big hole in his body would have no effect. Congratulations on successfully killing the bronze boss, the armor-piercing lizard. Congratulations on successfully resisting the first wave of monster temptations, the subsequent monster attacks will become stronger and stronger. A novice killer to others, in Yi Bai, he didn't even survive a single blow. But the follow-up reminder made Yi Bai's heart sink. Risk and reward go hand in hand. The more you harvest underground, the stronger the monster attacks you encounter. This is not a problem for him alone, it is the same on a global scale. This is not over yet, and another grander voice appeared. Announcement. The first wave of monsters attacked the gold mine in advance. Lord Yi Bai and his men, in perfect posture. Kill the intruding bronze lower-level boss armor-piercing lizards and 3 black armored wolves. Because of its outstanding achievements, it is quite difficult. A special C-level resource card will be awarded. Eye of the Holy Spring. I hope the latecomers will continue to work hard. This news caused a sensation on the channel that had just quieted down. Many people are just seeing Yi Bai's wealth stop growing and are rejoicing. Unexpectedly, the other party has solved the big trouble in a blink of an eye. Killed a bronze boss. You must know that every newcomer has crossed over, but only the strength of black iron. The difference between the two is at least 10 times. And the resource cards rewarded by the world make the second generation of mines and elites jealous. Resource card levels from top to bottom, S, A, B, C, D, E. Each one is extremely precious. According to research, the cards are formed by the condensation of part of the laws of the world. Or rivers, or wells, or mines. There are even the most precious world cards. After use, directly become the master of one's territory. Each resource card can be used directly in the mine. Treasures that increase the origin of your own territory. Outside, a C rank card is enough to be auctioned for hundreds of millions of dollars. I thought Yi Bai was just lucky, but I didn't expect his strength to be so terrifying. Is this really an ordinary person? It won't be the son of a super miner. I doubt his strength even more so that the world can appreciate him. Resource cards are also rewarded. Quote, I'm a buyer under Lanxiang Mechanic. Has Yi Bai considered selling this C-rank card? Good price. Quote, I suspect that after Yi Bai's return, he will be wildly recruited by major financial groups. Envy. When did I have such an adventure? Quote, ... Envy, jealousy, doubt. There are all kinds of sounds on the channel. And in front of Yi Bai, there is a card that depicts a picture of a round of Bobo Wonkwan. Eye of the Holy Spring, C-level resource card, after use. It can make one more Holy Spring water source in its own territory, and can produce pure water for 500 people to drink every day. Plants can also be watered to summon more friendly underground creatures. Great value. Quote, Good thing I saw the introduction in the textbook. I never thought that one day I would have it too. In the real world, the appearance of every card can attract the frantic snatch of the consortium. Sometimes for a premium card, even countries and countries will end up fighting. Even an S-rank superb card may cause a war. Quote, Yi Bai couldn't put it down holding the Holy Spring card, and the water was just in need. This card came just in time. Ding, Mu Lingwei requested to add you as a friend. A message reminded Yi Bai. This girl, he has a little impression. Ranked third in the wealth list, he is also a native of the Yan Kingdom. It is said that he is still a rich second generation of a mining farm of a state-owned enterprise, and he has spoken for himself before. Why did she come to see me? Yi Bai blocked many people's private message requests. But he had a good impression of her for the first time, and he agreed to the request of the other party. Mu Lingwei, hello, boss, have you considered selling your Eye of the Holy Spring? I am willing to spend 300 million stars to buy it, very sincere. Think about it. Quote, Yi Bai raised his eyebrows. In the outside world, the average C-level cards are in the early 100s. The premium of the other party is very high, which can be called a sky-high price of 300 million. It looks like it really wants to. Or just plain wealthy. It seems that the rumors of the rich second generation are not groundless. But this is a just needed card, Yi Bai will not sell it for a temporary gain. He replied, don't kill it, Mengxin is a new one. As we all know, Mengxin is the scariest. In the case of the Holy Spring card, because the pure water I brought myself is limited, I just need it. I can only regret it, and I will give you priority if there are any excess water source cards in the future. Quote, Mu Lingwei seemed to be paying attention, she immediately replied. Okay, sorry, if there is any good baby in the future, you can give it priority to me. In terms of price, you won't be disappointed. Quote, the other side of the underworld. A young girl with a ponytail, about 16 years old, is laboriously mining a gold mine. After replying, she sighed regretfully. Rejected again, everything is difficult at the beginning. After I went back, I asked my father to inject capital into me, and I never wanted to experience life again. Woohoo, I want to make money, I want to be a rich woman. I don't experience first-line life anymore. Quote, Mu Lingwei looked at the blisters on her hand with tears in her eyes. When did she suffer such a crime when she was born to be pampered? If time could go back, Mu Lingwei wanted to give herself a big slap in the face a long time ago. You said that you leave your parents alone and don't leave the Sunshine Avenue paved for you. If you want to experience life, you have to grab a good coordinate, and the result is this. Quote, on the other end, Yi Bai used the Eye of the Holy Spring on the spot. He was afraid of further delays. You have to be penetrated by the sugar-coated cannonballs of capitalism and sell your resources. Use resource cards. Please confirm the placement coordinates. Just behind the miner's hut, not too far away. As the card in hand turned into a spring water and rushed to the ground. In a blink of an eye, a holy spring well with Bobo Qingchuan flowing appeared. The water is clear and the air is moist. The lucky cat curiously stuck out its furry head and licked the well water, as if licking catnip. He narrowed his eyes happily, showing a happy expression. Good spring water, I will try it too. Grandpa Jack took out the empty water bottle he drank before, took a sip of the clear spring and tasted it. Clear, sweet, cold, and also has the effect of restoring physical strength. Make the old man's eyes shine on the spot. The humble job was not checked for a while, and the monster almost injured the adult. Please forgive me. Quote, it was the leopard head who came to admit his mistake. Those who don't know are not guilty, you are also new here. What's more, killing 3 black armored wolves has already helped a lot. Quote, Yi Bai waved his hand indifferently. After tasting a few sips of holy spring well water, he nodded with satisfaction. Don't worry about running out of water. Then, he stared at the corpses of these monsters. The fresh meat of the evening has fallen. And their scales, fur, fangs, and even auger bits are rare materials that allow leopard heads to be peeled off. It is the lack of manpower to sew. While it's still dark, Grandpa Jack and I are shopping for a few treasures. As for leopard head, you are the number 2 employee. Gold mines are in their early stages of startup. You are a well-deserved veteran, and I order you to be the captain of the security team. Responsible for all safety matters in the mine. Find some rocks and hardwood to make a fence and prepare for the night. Is that okay? Quote, when the leopard heard this, he clasped his fists and replied, Thank you for your cultivation, I will live up to expectations. Yi Bai nodded with satisfaction. It didn't take long for me to come here, but I have 2 characters under my command. More 10 kilometers of territory. This is a small sparrow with all the internal organs. However, Grandpa Jack took over the crane and frowned at the rope and the worn bronze hook. Suddenly he said, Mine owner, our equipment is badly worn. The length of the rope is not enough, only 10 meters. Many treasures in the distance could not be hoisted out. Coupled with the occasional encounter with rocks in the middle, many gems are missed. Now that you've made your first pot of gold, you can go to Alexander's first and buy some better gear. Quote. Yup, Yi Bai suddenly realized. As he leveled up, he found himself mentally strong enough to support a 2-hour perspective. The perspective range has also been extended by 30 meters. Looking around, there are gems scattered all over the ground. In addition, I have also made a sum of money, and it is indeed time to upgrade the equipment. You guys are busy first, I'll go buy something. After confirming safety, Yi Bai entered the gold shop interface. In an instant, the dazzling props caught Yi Bai's eyes. I haven't seen you for a while, and the boss has put a lot of treasures on the shelves again. Yi Bai first fell in love with the treasure source scripture of the town store that he never forgot. At that time, the astronomical figures that were thought to be out of reach were unexpectedly gathered now. But the current total wealth is only 1,000 caddies of gold. After buying this book, I am afraid that the wealth will not be instantly zeroed. Seeing other dazzling treasures, Yi Bai gritted his teeth and held back his excitement. There are still more than 2 days, enough to buy it. The first is the unsatisfactory clover, the price is only 2 pounds of gold. Compared with the benefits it brings, it is nothing at all. The purse is bulging. Yi Bai patted the cabinet and said loudly, Boss, how many clovers are there for me? I am not what I used to be. Quote. Alexander said cheerfully, looks like the boss has found a good mine. 3 clovers are put on the shelves every day, and they always need 6 caddies of gold. Whether to buy all. Quote. All. In addition, get me 10 bottles of vitality potion. It's okay to drink water. Quote. By the way, and detonators. It's getting dark soon. Considering the safety issue, give me 10 too. Quote. It's different when you have money. Yi Bai made a big deal and saw how many clover and detonators were outflanked on the counter. Great sweep of the counter momentum. Alexander took out the merchandise with a smile, and he reminded. Although my potion is of excellent quality, it is exhausting after all. If you want so many potions, if you drink it 24 hours a day, I'm afraid there will be sequelae. Quote. Don't worry, I know what to do. Now the family has a big business, and there are 2 other employees to support. The 3 of them take turns drinking the medicine and there is no problem. Quote. Yi Bai took out the gold with one hand and took the clover with the other. Reminder. You have successfully purchased Lucky Clover X3, Shengli Potion X10, Detonator X10. Wealth 18 caddies of gold. By the way, boss, do you have any better ropes and hooks here? Jack said that 10 meters is not enough. Quote. Equipment upgrades are the most important, and more treasures can be hoisted. Alexander looked at Yi Bai and asked. The mine owner seems to have hunted some good game. Material on them, such as mountain breaking drills and black armored steel wools are quite good. Why don't you change it yourself? Quote. Yi Bai sighed. No way, just started a business. Talents are scarce, so I can only make do with you first. Quote. Well, I'll charge you a processing fee. Use all those materials. How about rebuilding you an upgraded crane? Quote. The shop owner said kindly. Yi Bai's eyes lit up. Alexander is not as dark as the game at all. It's not the black-hearted boss that Grandpa Jack complains about, it's just a timely rain. Okay, how much is the processing fee? Cheap, just 100 caddies of gold. Yi Bai. He took back what he said just now, this TM is a profiteer. Equivalent to 20 million yuan, the wealth has shrunk by 1/10. But Yi Bai still gritted his teeth and agreed to the deal. If you want to do good work, you must first sharpen your tools. You successfully paid a broken mountain lizard, a black armored wolf X3, and a processing fee of 10 caddies of gold. Entrusting the boss to process. Processing. Alexander threw the 4 corpses behind him. A mist drowned. Every now and then there was a crackling sound. The processing progress bar rises rapidly. Yi Bai murmured in his heart, I still can't use human hands, more and more monsters will be hunted in the future. Always have your own people to make and process. Quote. After a while, the news came. Reminder, your brand new crane has been upgraded, please check. Excessive materials. 800 caddies of black wolf meat, 1000 caddies of bronze level lizard meat. Hee, the boss also took care of it. Bang, Alexander took a black rope, inlaid with a drill, like a diamond hook. And the gem-shaped pulleys that seem to be transformed from magic crystals are placed on the counter together. Look, it's worth it. Unfortunately, the material is limited, otherwise it can be upgraded higher. Quote. Yi Bai hurriedly checked its properties. Black scale rope. It is made from the fur of the black armored wolf. Up to 100 meters in length. Withstand weight 1 ton. More durable, sturdy and reliable. Quote. Rock-breaking pointed drill. It is made of the natal material of the armor-piercing lizard, with special effects. Breaking rocks, speeding through. It can penetrate the rock group that is blocked halfway, and even go deep into the gobi to capture gems. At the same time, the speed in the soil is doubled. Quote. Blue lizard wheel. It is a power source piece composed of the magic core of the armor-piercing lizard, supplemented by 3 black iron-level magic cores. It can greatly save the user's strength, and the speed is 3 times faster. The strength can withstand 3 tons. Quote. Note, the 3-piece set is 1, and can be matched with a bronze-level crane, rock-breaking crane. Wonderful, thank you boss. After reading the introduction, Yi Bai's eyes lit up. Compared with this crane, what the novice comes with is simply the original stick. This wave of shotguns for cannons is definitely worth it. He couldn't wait to experiment with the new machine. Seeing that Yi Bai was leaving, the boss smiled and reminded. Go for more gold. I see mine owners have adventures, and a few skill books in my shop are perfect for you. Just waiting for your visit, it will definitely escort your gold rush business. There is still a 3-day discount period. Don't miss out on a great price. Quote. What baby, suitable for me. Yi Bai consciousness gradually exited the store. The spiral force of the Tianyuan world, and even the matching underground mecha. The armed colors and domineering secrets of the pirate world. I also have a god-level secret book that is at the bottom of the box. Alexander's voice gradually blurred. Yi Bai returned to the mine. He was touched. I have seen the Red Lotus mecha placed on the counter before. The cheapest burrowers cost 2,000 caddies of gold. Not to mention the Red Lotus in the town store. And what kind of spiral force, it seems to be very compatible with himself, and has great potential. A man's dream is to drive a super mecha. Unfortunately, there is not enough money at the moment. As for the armed color and domineering cheats, it is needless to say, it is necessary. Coupled with the unforgettable Yuantianshu, Yi Bai's heart is hot. In the words of Leopard Head, I want it all. Mine owner, this crane is really good. Seeing Yi Bai bring back brand new equipment. Grandpa Jack loved it. The original novice crane looks very shabby in its contrast. This way we have 2 mining machines, plus the increase in manpower. Grab a few extra bucks before dark. Quote. Yi Bai rubbed his hands eagerly. He instructed Leopard Head to be responsible for building the safety facilities of the mine and cooking the remaining lizard meat and wolf meat. He and Grandpa Jack, each pushing a machine, panning for gold in both the north and south directions. Hey, the 2-player mode begins. Double the happiness. Quote. Yi Bai doesn't know. At this time in the channel, because of his big purchases, the wealth value keeps falling. It has caused a lot of controversy. Look, Yi Bai's wealth has dropped to 800 kilograms, how did it drop so quickly? Could it be stolen by a mouse? I remember some monsters stealing gold. Quote. Many people rejoice in misfortune. Some people are just like that, and they don't see the good of others. It is also possible that they encountered underground merchants and spent money to buy props and equipment. A gold digger named Ning Jing, who ranked 9th, also from the Yan Kingdom, guessed. Anyway, it was already his peak just now. Now it's our turn to catch up. Quote. Johnson and others are chasing after them. The equipment they use is all traits. Even the food and the power booster they brought were all smashed with a lot of money. Originally, the Lighthouse Country and the consortium tried to let them snatch the title of the new king, but now they have been taken away. You can only compete for ranking rewards in the fortune rankings. But what they didn't know was that after Yi Bai changed to new equipment, the efficiency is more than doubled. He shook the lever, and the claws of the drill drilled into the soil like a rock. The rock that was originally blocking the road was chiseled directly. Easily catch a gold nugget. In addition, after Yi Bai's strength has been upgraded, the strength has increased tenfold, and the strong alliance has been formed. The rocker danced into a hot wheel, catching a cat-sized gold nugget with a whoosh. Ding! Congratulations, you have successfully lifted a 10-pound gold nugget. Ding! Your employee, Grandpa Jack, successfully hoisted a ruby. The next kung fu, the two are like a competition. The allure of gold is intoxicating. From time to time, the crane grabbed pieces of dog head gold from the soil. With luck, Yi Bai can still find gems in the distance. It's useless to hide in rocks. With a crackling sound, it was chiseled by a drill bit, and the gems were extracted from the stones. Ding! Your employee, Grandpa Jack, successfully hoisted a mysterious lucky bag. Grandpa Jack opened the lucky bag and accidentally found a bronze-level ghost knife. From time to time, you can also find random lucky bags, open things, including gems, gold nuggets. Occasionally lucky explosions, and even out of equipment. The two were tired from panning for gold, and they continued to work while drinking the water from the holy spring from time to time. Lucky cats are used as mascots to fill the atmosphere. When his physical strength was exhausted, he drank the vitality potion, and he was instantly revived with full blood. For a time, everyone in the underground world only saw. Yi Bai's wealth value started from 800, and it continued to rise in a straight line. In the blink of an eye, it has exceeded 2,000 caddies of gold. Not to mention the gem information that pops up from time to time, the total wealth of which is unimaginable. Did Yi Bai get chicken blood? Is he a robot? No need to rest. Quote, this is infinite physical strength, and from just now, the growth rate of wealth has doubled. Did he hire someone else to mine? Quote, everyone is depressed. Johnson, who is currently second, can only get 10 caddies of gold. Already envious of others, but I am afraid that people are more than people. Boom! Suddenly, an explosion broke the atmosphere of gold fishing. I saw Grandpa Jack throw a detonator into the soil. He smiled and said, mine owner, found a big guy. Blocked by rocks. Come and help me pull it up. Quote. Yi Bai looked up. A dazzling golden light blocked all sight. I saw a large gold nugget about the size of 2 discs being pulled out from the depths of the ground. Being dragged by Grandpa Jack with great effort. With rich experience, your staff accidentally found a 999-pound gold nugget from the rock pile. Good guy, it's worth half of my wealth at once. Yi Bai didn't dare to delay, and decisively held the rope. Flick the rock-breaking crane. Going deep into the soil, it is like a broken bamboo, and it hooks into this large gold nugget with precision. Pulled up laboriously. Drag, please hold on. A red progress bar appears. Yi Bai obviously felt that the resistance was much stronger this time. If he ate the glitter fruit himself. Upgrade equipment, even if you find it, you can't get it. Ha! While the two were dragging hard, suddenly a mole jumped out of the corner. He hurriedly raised his paws and shouted. Warn! A reminder from the mole. You drag a big gold nugget and disturb the sleep of a big guy underground. Yi Bai's heart skipped a beat. Quickly looked down. I saw a black shadow quickly emerge from the ground, roaring angrily. Lying on the back of this piece of 999 pure gold, biting the rope towards the two. Name, Violently Pig. Level, Bronze Intermediate. Being in the soil, there is a strength comparable to the top bronze. Skills, Drilling Mastery, Savage Charge, Violent Fire. Description, the ground pig, who often sleeps in the ground, eats various minerals every day. The meat is quite tasty. But being disturbed to sleep will be extremely angry, and I am in a rage. What a fool, still want to bite my rope. Seeing the pig gnawing at the hook violently, Yi Bai panicked on the spot. You can touch me, but you can't touch my gold. He shouted. Where is the leopard head? It's a humble job. The leopard, who was building a fortification not far away, rushed over, with a white beard standing up and eyes wide open. Shout out to the ground. The lion's roar. Ow! With a roar of the beastmaster, the earth was shaken. The lion's roar is the ultimate trick of the leopard's head. Not only can attack the enemy from the spiritual level, it can also attack in groups and alone. Now under the control of the leopard head, the sound waves condense into a line. Boom to the violent pig. The violent pig was about 10 meters underground, making trouble on the 999-foot gold nugget. At this moment, my head was bombed and buzzing, and I was stunned for a while. It slept well on the ground and was suddenly awakened. Now even more baffled. Before he could react, the large gold nugget that had been pressed had already stepped up. Although it is not clear who is causing the trouble. But the charm of gold makes it very fond of it. Now being stolen. Violently, the pig's anger increased, and it roared and quickly rushed out of the ground. Leopard head, please pull the crane, I will personally meet this pig. Yi Bai let go of his hand, and leopard head hurriedly pulled the reins. I saw a large dirt bag bulging on the ground. A giant beast with a weight of more than 3,000 kilograms, like a heavy tank, suddenly smashed out. It entered a state of rage, and a pair of red eyes stared at these troublemakers. It crashed into Yi Bai and the three of them with a bang. This wave of impact is absolutely terrifying. Makes the leopard's head discolored. But now let go, and the previous progress has been lost. Yi Bai didn't panic at all, instead he provoked with a face full of disdain. Stupid man, come here. He stomped hard on his feet. The whole person turned into a golden beam and disappeared in place. At the same time, his figure suddenly appeared in the left front of the violent pig. Seeing that an enemy was closer to him, he was provoked again. Violently, the pig's eyes turned red, and he adjusted his direction and slammed into Yi Bai. Lord be careful. Seeing the violent pig crashing into Yi Bai head-on, Leopard Head and Grandpa Jack were startled. Even the beckoning cat screamed hurriedly. Unexpectedly, the next moment is shocking. At the moment of contact between the two, Yi Bai's body turned into countless light particles and disappeared in place. Violently, the pig slammed into the air, and the energy in his body was not released. Instead, he almost stumbled to the ground. And Yi Bai was keen to capture this moment. For him, who possesses extreme speed, the movements of the violent pig are as slow motion. His right foot quickly kicked the violent pig, kicked the opponent into the sky with a bang. A body of more than 1.5 tons should be at least 10 meters off the ground. When did it ever see such a scene? It was already half dead in midair. And then comes the end of the abuse. Violent pigs who abandoned the home game were no threat to Yi Bai. Like a super ball, it was kicked by Yi Bai's speed of light, kicking around. He was dead in no time. And this time, with the combined efforts of Grandpa Jack and Leopard Head, the 999 gold was also hung up. The moment it emerged from the surface, it was as if a super large light bulb was lit. The mole on the side mistakenly thought it was the sun rising, and the bright golden light spread to the horizon. Dyed the mine hut, the cheeks of the three, and the well of the holy spring into a golden light. Congratulations on successfully killing the boss of the underground side, the violent pig. The experience points increase, and you are one step closer to breakthrough. Congratulations to your staff for successfully lifting a 999-pound gold nugget, unexpected joy. The gold mines in the nearby area have been cleaned up by you, let's go and find new mines. Reminder: in order to maintain ecological balance, you have grabbed so much wealth from the earth. Maybe consider planting some plants to give back to the earth. Distance to dark, 30 minutes. A series of reminders also seem to mean warnings. Yi Bai is already satisfied with today's harvest. Grandpa Jack was happily chatting with Leopard Head, bragging about how he found this big nugget. At this time, on the wealth list, Yi Bai's money suddenly jumped from 2,000 caddies to 3,000 caddies of gold. This growth rate is shocking. Something happened. Yi Bai found a piece of super gold that is taller than a human being. Quote, he must have descended on the gold mine and dug up a large nugget. Otherwise, how can there be such a terrifying growth rate, which is jumping? Quote, Mom, it weighs 1,000 pounds. That's half a ton of gold. Does nature really have such a baby? One is enough to eat for a lifetime, and it's really a shame that he was able to pull it up from the ground. Quote. Anyway, Blue Star definitely doesn't, but this is the underground world. Even ancient ruins have been dug up. Quote. In the face of Yi Bai's explosive growth, many gold diggers have taken it for granted. When you have 1 million people are still jealous of you, but when you have 10 billion, even the jealous mood is gone. It was followed by the second and top 10 mine owners who had mixed feelings. Is there such an awesome character in this group of gold diggers? Isn't it better than my dad back then, so let him dig. I'm afraid that one person can top the entire group of my family. Quote. Mu Lingwei has stopped to rest, drinking pure water and sighing with emotion. Mine owner, it will be dark soon. We have gained enough today to sort out the gains. The fortifications at Leopard Head are almost done, and we're going to start the fire ahead of time and get ready to spend the night. Quote. Grandpa Jack looked at the gold all over the floor and shouted to Yi Bai. Yi Bai nodded and looked at what he got today with satisfaction. I saw gold nuggets and gold sand scattered all over the ground with the miner's hut as the center. In less than a day, you will be financially free. After scouring so much gold, and taking into account the killing of the enemy. Even if he was made of iron, he was tired, and he kicked the violent pig towards the hut. While saying, the first day of gold panning was a complete success, and a bonfire celebration was held in the evening. It's getting dark soon, everyone check the batteries. Never fall into the dark because of no electricity. I don't need to talk more about the night in the underground world. Every teacher has reminded me that it is very dangerous. Quote. The gold diggers chat in 2s and 3s in the channel. After digging for gold for so long, everyone has gained something. Now is the time to rest. With the gradual darkness of the underground sky, everyone began to prepare to spend the night. I don't know what the ecology of the underground world is like, and there is also a sun in the sky. Yi Bai counted the gold. He looked up at the sky and watched the sun go down in amazement. Scientists have studied the rules of the underground world. Judging, maybe it is not a simple 3-dimensional world. The sun, moon and stars hanging in the sky are just high-dimensional projections. Some people have taken a plane to the sky, and they feel farther and farther away from the stars. Moreover, from time to time, unbelievable things such as dungeon ruins and 5-meter-high giant skeletons are also found in the underground. Some are clearly from another dimension. Everyone will be surprised. I heard that the big capitalists in the lighthouse country are working together to develop gold mines and relics on the ocean. However, although there are many treasures in the ocean, they are even more incredible than those on land. But the danger is also doubled. There are king octopuses that are bigger than aircraft carriers, and devil sharks. Yi Bai shook his head, these are still far from him. Conquer the land in front of you for now. He looked at the ground and saw that after a day's struggle. In addition, there are moles and monsters from time to make trouble. The ground seemed to have been plowed again, and many grasslands and trees were also poisoned. Gold mines have become bumpy, and it's no wonder the world is alerting. Yi Bai patrolled the territory and used the see-through function to find treasures under the surface. Except for some small gold nuggets, gold sand, and buried bombs, monster lairs, and unknown bones. The big gold nuggets were hard to find before. Mine owner, you have also discovered this problem. It seems that we can't destroy the vitality of the mine, and the gold in this land has been hollowed out by us. Quote. Grandpa Jack observed the condition of the ley lines, he smiled and said. It seems that we will consider changing mining tomorrow, and it is best to recruit some people. Well, we have a saying in the East. Tell the rabbit not to eat the grass on the edge of the nest. How can you mess up your own territory so much? I'm going to buy some plant seeds from Alexander, to condition the mineral load. Preferably some fruits, vegetables, staple food. Strive for self-sufficiency in the future. Quote. Yi Bai pointed to the ground that had been plowed once, and said with a smile. Look, you don't have to cultivate the land. Can be planted directly. How simple. Quote. I also want to eat some fresh fruit, if I farm in my own territory. Then we have to discuss with the group of little guys underground, so that they don't make trouble. Quote. Grandpa Jack pointed to the moles and joked. Yi Bai is from the Yan Kingdom, and his racial talent for farming is engraved in his bones. What's more, this is completely owned territory. He is very cherishing and will not do anything to exhaust the pond to fish. He even thought about not digging the underground mines of his own, but digging the outside world. Your own baby is hidden as a backup resource. When the monster is attacking the city, the enemy is besieging and using it. Seemingly moved by Yi Bai's lofty ideals, Grandpa Jack added. But then, we need a lot of manpower. In addition to the main mining, gold panning, and earning money. Someone also needs to protect the safety, farm the fields, even cook the food, and run the mines. Quote. No, Leopard Head has already greeted the two of them to eat. He's a big guy, and he simply cut the violent earth pig he just caught and used it as a barbecue. Under the crackling bonfire, 3 people and 1 cat gathered around and discussed the development direction of the mine. Tomorrow's work content, and about manpower. Speaking of adults, such a big place. Only the 3 of us, strangely few. And in addition to mining tools, we even have basic life tools. Even self-sufficiency is reluctant, this is not the long-term way. Quote. Leopard Head also had an opinion, he waved his hand and pointed to the mountains. Even in the dark, the Golden Mountain shone, and said. We have so much gold, it is the most important thing to use it. Otherwise it cannot be eaten. Quote. Wealth must be circulated to be useful, otherwise it is dead. Yi Bai picked up the grilled and oily pork chops, thanks to the high-grade ingredients themselves. The pork chops are fragrant and full of oil and water. While chewing, he said vaguely. Don't worry about this, since you have dug gold, you don't have to worry about not being able to spend it. After 2 days, the trial is over. I go back to the real world, where there are all kinds of goods. As long as you have money, you can buy anything. I just want to make money now. Make money, or TMD to make money. Quote. At the beginning of the game, Yi Bai determined the core goal. He traveled to this underground world where birds don't shit, didn't he just want gold everywhere? After returning to the Blue Star, the world of flowers. As long as you have money, what can't you buy? Mine owner, there are only a few of us in this treasure. I have a granddaughter who is hardworking and proficient in cooking and mining. He is also very skilled in gemstones. Quote. Grandpa Jack is indeed a lucky star. As the deputy mine owner, he has already started digging for Yi Bai. I also have a group of brothers who are skilled gold miners. Treasure hunts all over the world now, if you hear such a good place. Come here without pay. Quote. Hearing this, Yi Bai's eyes lit up. Grandpa Jack's craftsmanship is nothing to say. As long as there are more people, there will be more labor, and the mining speed can be increased. There is also the granddaughter he mentioned, who can just make up for the talent reserve in gems in the mine. It also allows her to take care of cooking and managing life matters. As the so-called match between men and women, work is not tired. He quickly asked, where is Grandpa Jack's granddaughter? How to summon it? How many brothers do you have? How many can you come tomorrow? Quote. Grandpa Jack touched his head embarrassedly. My brother is a million people and looks exactly like me. Popeye the Sea Adventurer, Sinbad looking for a new route. There are also treasure hunters who fish for sunken ships, pilots looking for the legendary city in the sky, Alibaba in the desert. A million identical old grandpas. There are a million more hanging like Jack. Not to mention Yi Bai was dumbfounded, Leopard's Head was dumbfounded too. Yi Bai has a little dry mouth. He wanted to say something, but he didn't know where to start. There are a million Grandpa Jacks, and he is afraid that he can conquer the whole world. He immediately asked, then how to summon them? With gold nuggets. Grandpa Jack shook his head. They went too far and didn't get in touch so quickly. Yi Bai regrets in his heart, knowing that, as before, it can only be summoned through special achievements or adventures. However, he felt that Grandpa Jack should have a high degree of favorability towards him, otherwise he would not have said these words. As for my granddaughter Alice, I can contact her at night. By the way, see if anyone else is willing to come. Quote. Really, just as the favorability value is high enough to trigger the hidden plot in the game. Grandpa Jack's words made Yi Bai happy. Be sure to invite them over, the mine has just started. It is the time when talents are needed. Quote. Meow. The lucky cat scratched Yi Bai unhappily. It's like being angry with Yi Bai's love of the new and the old. Cough cough. Of course, you are also a member of the mine. As a mascot, it is very important. Quote. The three continued to chat and eat. Suddenly, a long-lost reminder came. World announcement. After unremitting efforts, Johnson of the Lighthouse Country successfully unearthed the second heart of the mountain in this issue. Successfully promoted to mine owner, in order to reward his achievements, the area of the mine has doubled. Johnson's 2-kilometer mine has 5 times the output in the remaining 2 days. At the same time, the country to which it belongs will increase the output of all mines by 10% for 2 days. The news caused the channel to refresh again. Many second-generation Western mines breathed a sigh of relief, in order to become mine owners as soon as possible. The country and consortium behind them are cultivating at all costs. Provide special props, the best coordinates. In the past, the top 3 positions were always outflanked by them. This time, Yi Bai came out, which can be called a raptor crossing the river, breaking the record of the Rookie King. It's appalling, they can't believe what kind of punishment they will face when they go back. Now Johnson helps them raise their eyebrows. One by one, they are ashamed to say on the channel. Haha, congratulations to the prince, as expected of a beacon that illuminates the ground. After returning, I am afraid that Xingtong will be summoned in person. Quote, "It's a great honor for me to be a Westerner. As you can imagine, right now. The real world celebrates you Lighthouse people." Quote, "John, you are a superhero. You are the real #1, the Orientals are just opportunistic." Quote, hearing these words, the Yan people were not happy. You don't even look at the gap between #1 and #2. Yi Bai's wealth is more than 1.5 tons of gold, not to mention other gems and the like. However, Johnson did not even collect 100 caddies of gold. The two are not of the same order of magnitude. How to compare? Quote, "Why do Westerners take success for granted, and we are just a coincidence? Is it so hard to admit that you can't do it?" Quote, "Everyone was talking about it on the channel, just after a day of work. Everyone has time to talk shit." Coincidentally, in the outside world, many mine owners in the Lighthouse Country keenly discovered that the mines were abnormal. The second Rookie King has appeared. It really is my beacon country. Many Western dignitaries offered their congratulations. Although only a 10% increase, and only 2 days. But in the case of a large base, it is still an amazing asset. To be honest, a momentary lead is nothing. My real goal is to be the Super Rookie of the Year. Compare the PK of all gold diggers in 1 year. Being behind is nothing. And as time goes by, opportunistic, lucky ones will eventually reveal their true colors. I will let you know what is the foundation of the consortium and what is the beacon of mankind. Quote, Johnson, who was touted by doglegs and Western gold diggers, made a bold speech. During the conversation, Yi Bai didn't take Yi Bai seriously. To this, Yi Bai replied, "Hee, wait until you have half of my wealth and then compete with me on the same stage. Now you are not even qualified to let me pay attention." Quote, this remark caused the chat room to boil, and this contemptuous attitude made the noses of Westerners who have high self-esteem turn red. Mike and Mei Chuan from Sakura Country clamored for Yi Bai to look good after they returned. Yi Bai was more interested in prying Grandpa Jack's corner than he was arrogant. Just a few more gold miners, let alone Johnson. Even the Logan consortium behind him, he didn't take it seriously. However, the Super Rookie King he mentioned is still up for grabs. It's not only about the annual income of your own mine, but also the world's reward. It's even about national luck. Influence the increase of the underground world to the motherland. The annual Super Rookie King is calculated based on the total output, number of employees, mine strength, territorial area, assets and other aspects of the year. The second generation of mines cultivated by the consortium does have unique advantages. Quote, Yi Bai's eyes flickered. Wait back in 2 days. The capital force behind them starts to work. A steady stream of blood transfusions is really not good for me. I am still in the period of 10 times the golden explosion rate for 3 days, and I should take advantage of this time to distance myself. Before returning, at least determine the distance that cannot be crossed. Quote, Yi Bai has a plan in mind. If it weren't for the danger at night, strange roars would be heard from time to time. He didn't want to go to the gold pan without sleeping. I'll be patrolling at night, so the old man and Lord Yi can sit back and relax. After eating and drinking, Leopard patted his chest and took over the most tiring work. Compared to other people's anxiety at night, Yi Bai can rest assured. Mine owner, go to Alexander's store to see if there are kerosene lamps for sale, and find some seeds. When my granddaughter comes tomorrow, let her plant it. Quote. Grandpa Jack yawned and walked to the corner of the eaves, ready to sleep. Yi Bai nodded. The old man is also tired, he wants to rest well. Now the conditions are harsh, waiting for more people. Let them build you a big house and make your bed with fluff. Quote. The conditions for gold panning outside are much harsher than this, at least now I can sleep peacefully. By the way, mine owner, we are going to find a new place to pan for gold tomorrow. I remember that Alexander gave you a map, what might be marked there? You better see it at night. Quote. Grandpa Jack woke up the dreamer with a word. Yi Bai finally had time to find the last treasure of the novice spree. How could I forget about this? It's all because of the charm of gold. Yi Bai murmured and took out an ancient map from the space. As soon as he got it, he felt a strange feeling. Yi Bai frowned for a while. It doesn't feel right, is this drawn with sheepskin or human skin? He stared at the mysterious map, his heart tightened. I didn't expect it. You Alexander, the big-eyed guy, has also betrayed the capital. Also part-time black shop. Yi Bai touched the map with his hand, and a strange feeling appeared in his heart. He looked at the map and introduced. Map of mysterious novice village. The map that Alexander received from nowhere has a special material and is not afraid of water and fire. The target location seems to be dangerous, named Devil's Rift. Danger. SSS level. Although there are hidden treasures buried by demons, it is strongly recommended that newcomers do not go to explore. Quote. Note. The map effect is only valid in the 3-day novice period, and it is suspected that the hidden plot is opened. The introduction is very vague, and his eyelids jumped when he saw it on SSS level difficulty. Yi Bai studied the map carefully. It was found that with the gold mine as the center, a route twisted and crossed over mountains and rivers. In a place dozens of kilometers away, there is a super big gap marked. There is a red demon head painted on it, which is suspected to symbolize danger. Hey, there is a big river not far from the mine, so I can develop there. Water is the source of life, and where there is a river, everything is there. And I remember that it is more convenient to have a river to assist in the gold digging. In the future, it may develop from that river all the way to the sea. Quote. Yi Bai suddenly found out that there was an unexpected joy. The big river in the west was also the only way to be marked on the map. He had already decided in his mind to divide the river into his own territory. Go and explore tomorrow, and now ask the store for some treasures. The screen flashed. Yi Bai's consciousness had entered the gold store. Unexpectedly, at night, the store also hung up fluorescent lights. Alexander still greeted with a smile. Yi Bai opened his mouth to ask for Sin. Boss, how come the map you gave me was drawn with human skin? I can't see that you are also taking care of the black shop. Quote. Alexander hurriedly waved his hand and explained. Misunderstanding. I am honest, a sincere businessman. Just open a small shop, have a small Vegas casino, have a shipping company, and occasionally put up a high interest rate. I bought this map from an underground demon, and I don't know where it came from. It just feels quite dangerous, but there may be treasures hidden in ruins. So show it to you. If you feel dangerous, you may not go. Quote. Anyway, there are only 2 days left. Before I go back, let's take a look. Yi Bai waved his hand and started to do serious things. Do you have kerosene lamps for sale here? Do you have any better seeds? Mining is too powerful, it hurts the ley lines. I want to adjust the mine environment. Quote. Hey, speaking of this, then my baby can have more. Quote. Alexander bent down. From under the counter, take out a large cardboard box. The first is high-quality kerosene lamps. 100 grams of gold, how many does the boss want? There are also these seeds, moonlight wheat, which is the staple food, and golden grass seeds, which can gather gold elements. By the way, it is estimated that you are short of fruit there. Sweet banana seeds, Keelan watermelon or not. Quote. He proudly took out a small bag of seeds and said proudly. The things I have here are good and cheap, and the old people are not deceived. As long as the soil is well nourished, it can sprout and grow in a day. Quote. Yi Bai smiled and said, "That feeling is good. Give me 3 kerosene lamps, and I want all the seeds I just mentioned." Quote. He was thinking of importing from Blue Star after he returned, and even transplanting a large number of green trees and grasses to build the lucid waters and lush mountains of their own territory. As for mining, of course, it is the territory of the scourge of others. You spend 30 caddies of gold, and successfully buy x3 kerosene lamps, x1000 moonlight wheat seeds, golden grass seed x5000, sweet and greasy banana x100, Keelin watermelon x200. Tomorrow Alice comes to work. Just when Yi Bai was about to leave with the seeds, Alexander shouted. "Wait, boss, you haven't read the cheats you recommended during the day, and they are very suitable for you." Quote. "Take it out and see, it's not cheap, I don't want it." Yi Bai stared at the domineering book of armed color, which was the same as devil fruit. Babies from the same world. "Hey, I knew you wanted this one." Alexander took out 3 cheats from the counter and said stealthily, "This book of domineering and domineering of elementary armed colors will be sold to you cheaply, as long as you only need 100 caddies of gold. This book is from the underground world, the super world called Tianyuan. It is the Spiral Force Awakening Secret Manual of the power of the origin of the world. After learning it, you can initially awaken the spiral force. The bigger the heart, the bigger the world. After learning it, you can control the Red Lotus Mecha, the treasure of my town shop. It is strongly recommended that you learn it." Quote. Alexander's 2 eyes turned into money symbols, trying to sell his products. But what he said really scratched Yi Bai's heart. He asked dryly, "How much is this book?" 3-day discount period, 500 caddies of gold will do." Alexander also took out the last thick, radiant secret book. The treasure of the town store, the God-level source book. Written by a generation of heavenly emperors, it is 100% suitable for your phase. During the 3-day discount period, as long as 1,000 caddies of gold. How about, all 3 books are required, it will be cheaper for you. Quote. Each of the 3 cheat books scratched Yi Bai's itch. But the price of the 3 copies is also sky high. Even if the discount is complete, it will cost half of Yi Bai's net worth. In addition, we must consider the wealth list, wait for the settlement in 2 days, and win the first place reward. More to save some money, go back to big shopping. Yi Bai's every gold can't be wasted. There are still 2 days and 1 night, and there is gold everywhere. The map marked just now must also be a big treasure, that is, the risk is great. If I am 10 times stronger, the wealth I will harvest will definitely be 10 times stronger. I can't bear to have a child without a wolf. Quote. Yi Bai gritted his teeth and decided to spend a lot of money to buy it. He doesn't believe that he has many gods in his body. There will be no gold in 2 days. After some bargaining, Yi Bai finally bought 3 sacred books with 1,500 caddies of gold. The consequence of this is that Yi Bai's money has shrunk by half on the wealth list. Surprise those who are staring at the list. But even so, there is a tenfold gap with the second-place Johnson. Ding! Congratulations, you have spent half of your wealth to successfully purchase the treasures of the town store. God-level source book, elementary armed color domineering book, spiral force awakening cheats. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.